Carlos, it's Jill.
Nice going. Next up is the traffic.
Hello and welcome back to Green Hill Gaming, where I share my passion of video games with the whole. This live stream I'll be playing some Resident Evil 3 Remake, and I'll be discussing the Switch Pro. So sit back, relax, but as always, and more importantly, enjoy the live stream. And hello to the lovely viewer in the live stream right now. I'm going to get my live stream up and running on my phone so I can officially introduce you to the live stream. It is the legendary Fortnite Gamer 123 himself. I am doing quite well. Thank you for asking. How are you keeping, man? How has your day went? And as always, man, you're very welcome to Green Hill Gaming. Welcome to my Resident Evil 3.
I'm not the legend you are.
Thank you. But you're a legend. You're equally a legend, Fortnite Gamer 123. So, in this live stream, I'm going to play some Resident Evil 3 Remake, and I'm going to discuss the Switch Pro. So, enjoy. And once again, you are a legend. All of my viewers are legends.
The control system. It should be in the subway company's offices.
Right. I think I know the building.
Really? Way to go, partner. One step ahead.
Not your partner.
So right now,
a Switch, but it is a Switch Lite.
Fantastic. What's the Switch Lite like? I don't have one. I have the regular Switch. So I play my Switch on the TV and on the go. But I'm interested to hear what your experiences are with the Switch Lite.
You can't take the sides off.
Yeah, the sides are, Joy-Cons are surgically attached to the Switch Lite.
And that isn't bad, really.
That's fine. Obviously, like, Switch Lite is for gamers who just want to play.
On the Switch Pro. I think it'll be a great console.
Damien, buddy, I haven't even discussed the Switch Pro yet, man. Welcome to Green Hill Gaming, Damien. Welcome to my Resident Evil 3 / Switch Pro discussion. So you're very welcome to the live stream, man. How are you getting on? I will be discussing the Switch Pro later on in the live stream, so stay tuned for that one. Got a few things to say about it, so it's going to be interesting. But exploring Raccoon City in Resident Evil 3 Remake. Now, there's a few items around here that need to be found first before I can progress into the city itself.
If you could send pics on streams.
If you could send pics on streams, you'd be able to show me the Switch Lite. Oh, I've seen the Switch Lite already. I actually like the yellow model, and I like the blue one as well. Is it like an aqua blue? Or like a bluishy kind of green? Alright, so I have a pick lock, Jill Valentine's infamous pick lock.
Also, did you see the vid I made about you?
Oh man, I feel bad now. I'm going to watch
my
that.
case is black.
I'm actually going to watch that video now, actually. As you mentioned, because I actually feel bad. Because I told you that I'd watch it the other night, but I actually, honestly, completely forgot to watch it. So I'm going to do that right now.
The upcoming Nintendo console. that will carry next generation features such as 4K and 30 FPS.
Good one,
Perfect.
Damien. Good one, Damien. Glorious. Play Doom Eternal in glorious 4K on your TV, like you can do already on PS4 and soon to be PS5, with regular 30 frames per second. Oh man, good one, Damien. How are you getting on anyway, man? What's the story with you? So just give me a second now, and I will return to some Resident Evil 3 gameplay. I'm just going to finally get round to watching.
I'ma try to get the probiotic if I can.
Get the Pro, but I don't know if I can. 2 seconds though. Just got it. I have literally two headsets on at the same time. Okay, so I'm just gonna move away from the live stream momentarily, and I'll return.
Wonder where he is going.
Lads, that was absolutely hilarious. Man, you literally farted in the live stream. That's just... I was not expecting that. That's absolutely hilarious. Thanks for the video, man. I appreciate that. It wouldn't let me comment because comments were turned off. So thank you for making a video about me. Damn. Man, really appreciate that. I feel honored. I feel famous. Thank you for that.
It had to turn on.
I would leave a comment, but I don't know how to turn on. It's probably set to comments turned off automatically. I honestly don't know how to change that. But once again, man, thanks for making that video. I can't believe you actually literally farted in the live stream. Jesus Christ, I would not have the confidence to upload that video if that was me. I like how you just completely brushed it off, like, oh God, that's funny. Jesus. So, I really appreciate it. Okay, so I have collected everything in the control room, so it's time for Jill Valentine to return to the streets of Raccoon City.
It will be priced at €600 and will be bundled with Mario Kart 8. Ported all the way from the Nintendo Wii U with no upscale.
Oh, stop, man. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe will become the next GTA 5. It'll just be re-released.
Comments on BRB.
Cool, man. I hope you manage to get that sorted. Just go to settings and you'll find comments settings, and I'm sure you'll find an option to turn it on. So I hope you get it sorted, man.
Sup?
I hear a sup. It is Jack Attack 95. How are you, man? Welcome to Green Hill Gaming. In this live stream, I'm playing some...
I don't remember Daniel as a mod.
I don't remember Daniel as a mod. Well, is that a Fortnite Gamer 123's name? I'll just make you a mod as well, because I feel bad now. I'll make everyone a mod. No, Jack. You have become my latest mod. So, how are you keeping? This live stream, it's Resident Evil 3 Remake, and later on I'll be discussing the Switch Pro.
Bonk.
I say it in a very sarcastic way. There's a reason for that. Which you will,
I have never been a mod before.
there
My
you go
name is
now.
Daniel, I'm guessing.
Wait, did you, Jack, did you read Damien as Daniel?
Oh, sorry.
Jesus Christ, I thought I was bad. I thought my eyesight was bad. Well, did you just see the D in his first name and the L in his surname, and just in your mind just saw Daniel? That's actually funny. So here we are on the streets of Raccoon City. I actually really like Raccoon City in the Resident Evil 2 and 3 remakes. I love to explore the city. I like to take in all the detail. It's lovely. So I mean, even though it's infested with zombies, it's a
Hello
lovely
everyone
city.
from the Green Hill community. I just never heard of that name.
You've never heard of Damien? Sorry, no, Mighty Duck. I will introduce you officially in just a second. But I cannot believe that there is somebody on this planet who's never heard the name Damien. I mean, can you get a better name than
It comes
Damien?
all the way from the movie called Omen.
Damien is one of the greatest names of all time. I can't believe you haven't heard of Damien. There, guys, I should unmod you for that, Jack. I'm only joking. And what a movie as well, The Omen is. Mighty Duck, welcome to Green Hill Gaming. How are you getting on, man? You're very welcome to my Resident Evil 3 remake slash Switch Pro discussing,
Hello,
which
Mighty
will
Duck.
come later
Oh,
on. I should point that out. The Switch Pro discussing will come later on. So keep your Switch Pro discussions for later on in the live stream. Thank you very much. Because right now I'm doing some exploration in Raccoon City, the lovely Raccoon City, on my TV screen in glorious HDR. And it's Chad Middleton. Welcome to Green Hill Gaming, Chad. How are you keeping? In this live stream, it's all about Resident Evil 3 Remake slash Switch Pro discussing, which will come later on.
Convenient.
So again, keep all your Switch Pro discussions for later on in the live stream, because that is coming very soon.
Hello,
Jesus Christ. Hello, Nemi. Fuck. Glad I'm dead. I actually forgot that he was going to show up. Jill, why did you go back? Why did you go back, Jill? Are you retarded, Jill? Seriously. Jill is retarded. Imagine rolling back.
Only main question for you: have you decided on Monster Hunter LOL? Government holding 30 million checks to people.
They still haven't fixed that, Chad. Honestly, Mighty Duck, I don't have an answer yet. I can probably see myself picking up that game eventually at some stage, but I have no intention of buying the game anytime soon. So that will be my answer to your question, Mr. Mighty Duck. Thank you very much for your question. Alright, so Nemi, I completely forgot about Nemi. I do have a grenade. 2 of them actually, so. You want to burst through walls and cause explosions? Well, I can cause explosions too. Get that out, Nemi. What the hell? I didn't realise that one blast of the grenade will get a supply drop, but there you go. What's actually in it?
Why are they holding?
It's Nemi carrying around. Yeah, Chad, what's the story there now?
Nope, apparently the people in charge are butthurt Trump supporters and aren't giving her answer.
It's sounds annoying, Chad. As I said, I hope it gets sorted for you soon. An extended magazine for my handgun. But yeah, Chad, I have to sneeze. Oh, fucking hell, that's some hell of a sneeze, isn't it? A Nemi sneeze. Yeah, it's stunning. Where is he?
Fucking politics again over people's lives.
Oh, stop, man. What's new in life, huh? Oh, wait, Nemi's gonna burst through a different location
Did you
here
know
now.
about the new Fall Guys season?
I've given up on Fall Guys, Jack, because Epic Games have now acquired Fall Guys, and I just know. Let me kill those zombies first before I discuss Fall Guys. I just know that it's only a matter of time. Oh, I've got another sneeze coming on. Before the game gets riddled with microtransactions. As of right,
Representative members are demanding an answer from them and asking for them to be removed from position because of the acquisition by Epic Games.
yeah, exactly, Damien. Exactly, Damien. Because of the acquisition from Epic Games, and Chad, I'll discuss that now in a second. As of right now, you can unlock a lot of cool skins in Fall Guys by simply playing the game. Meaning you don't need to spend a single cent on Fall Guys to actually get cool skins. It's only a matter of time before Epic Games ruin Fall Guys by making it mandatory to purchase microtransactions to actually get skins. I could be wrong, but either way, I'm done with Fall Guys. I'm done with games like Fall Guys because I just don't have time to spend on the seasons. I just have too many games to play, so those games don't work for me. And Chad, it sounds like a really
I'm gonna go eat dinner.
no problem, Jack. You enjoy your dinner. Thank you so much for being a part of Greenhill Gaming tonight. Much appreciated. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time, Jack. And Chad, politics, man. I hope it gets better for you, man. I really do. Thought I killed her. So right now, I am going to do some, oh fuck.
It's
I'm
a
going
game
to run
for
from
kids.
Nemi.
It's not a game you would constantly play.
Oh, it's
Carlos!
okay. Fall Guys and games like Fall Guys, like Battle Royale and season games, and they're games that people can play a lot of. Just not me. You know,
Zippity doody a zi party day. I've came back to make everyone's day.
Fortnite Gamer back. How did you get on with the comments?
Thing is still alive! It's after me!
What? Run!
And welcome back.
Back to the station.
Not until I get traffic control online.
Oh, my health is not looking good right now. And I'm looking down at my fantastic DualSense controller, one of the greatest controller ever designed. And the light on the controller is red, indicating that Jill Valentine's health
I
is
didn't
not
know how,
very
but
good.
that's okay. Defo not me. I played it handful of times, but not for me. Like that whole genre I can't stand. I sold my Switch Lite to help Grandma.
I'm desperately trying to get through all the comments here. That's okay, Fortnite Gamer. I'm sure you'll figure it out eventually. If I manage to figure it out for you, I will let you know. Yeah, Mighty Duck, I know you've never been into those kind of games. And you sold a Switch Lite to help Grandma. That is a lovely, touching story. I like that. You had no need for a Switch Lite anyway, because you already had a Switch. Come on. Waste the money. But at least it went to good use now, Chad. It went to good use. Good lad. So I admire the HDR. Now, I don't know what screens you lovely people are watching this live stream on, but my screen is a fantastic HDR screen, and I'm just admiring.
Good man, Chad.
Very, yeah, Chad, definitely. Just admiring the lovely glowing lighting in HDR. For anyone who doesn't really understand what HDR is, it basically just it's very like realistic colors. Basically, they really stand out. Like Jill Valentine and her trusty lockpick. That's not a lockpick; it's a combat knife. What are you doing, Jill? Come on. Oh, just what I needed. Oh, Jesus Christ. Literally. Oh, God. That probably one of the most convenient moments in the entire Resident Evil series for me. That first aid spray is exactly what I needed. Thank you, game. Now, got some more exploration to do. And it's through this door, isn't it? Nice. But Nemi, oh, I should save my progress. I'm not interested in how many times I save. I don't care if I have to save for like. Would you be making fun of how I pronounce apocalypse? Poppy lips. I will always remember that night where I just completely fucked up my pronunciation of apocalypse. That moment will haunt me for the rest of my life. The night that Johnny could not pronounce apocalypse.
Damien, are you finished for Easter?
I was going to answer that question. I was going to answer the question for him, but I let him answer. I have a habit of answering people's questions. Like when I know the answer,
I will be on Friday.
when I know the answer to the questions, I answer it. Oh yeah, did you get your assignment done, Damien?
Philly boy off his meds again. He decided to call Xbox Live Network now, and Reggie is leaving the board of GameStop apparently. Oh, nice one, man.
I did read that alright. Xbox Live is being renamed as Xbox Network.
Got my one due for Saturday.
Ah, fantastic! So you have it done now and all. Just has to be presented. What's it on? What's the assignment on? And then you're free then, man. Free then for Easter. Easter eggs. Reggie is leaving the board of GameStop.
2 more left. One until mid-April and start of May. Bet you be glad handing that in.
Oh man, he definitely will. That isn't too bad. So one due in mid-April and then May. So yeah, after this assignment, so you'll have at least you'll have a few weeks of freedom, man. Well needed, well deserved. Reggie Fils-Aimé leaving the GameStop's board. He's right too, for God's sake. He's right too. Why would he want to be involved in GameStop for anyway? Why did he even do it in the first place? I would say, huh?
No, finished the presentation one last week and completed the presentation as well.
Oh, so you have them completed and all. Oh, that's good, man. So you're free now until.
Man, I cannot wait to be finished, to be honest, Duck.
Oh man, I could imagine. So basically, you're finished now until well.
He has multiple jobs right now.
He's got a good few jobs actually, to be honest with you. So like Friday is your last day of college, like college work, and then you're free then for a few weeks. Not even Reggie can save the shipwreck.
Not even Reggie can save that shipwreck. Woke up.
Nobody.
Good man, Damien.
Nobody can save GameStop at this stage, man. Let me tell you. They're doomed.
And there's talks of us not going back on campus until after the new year.
Till after the new year. Jesus, man. It would take Ireland to make a decision like that. There's so many countries around the world that have resumed their lives back to normality, like countries that were back to normality, including like, you know, colleges and people going back to campus and stuff. And Ireland is being Ireland, like. It's a long time, like, when you think about it, like, isn't it? Crazy stuff, man. Hopefully that won't be the case, though. And Nemi is on the loose. And a few more zombies on the loose as well, but... Oh, Jesus. There's Nemi now. Oh, no.
Has gone back into lockdown.
Crazy, man. Jill Valentine being attacked by Nemi now. There's even. Oh damn it! Come on. I'm after forgetting whether Nemi actually will enter this store, or am I safe? I think I'm safe. This is actually a really nice location. And it's a new location as well that wasn't in the original. I think this action figure is, well, it literally is Mega Man. So Mega Man actually makes like a full-on appearance in Resident Evil 3 Remake. Not quite looking like the actual Mega Man, like, but nonetheless.
That's unreal.
But this kid seems to be really happy with the new design of Mega Man. Delighted with himself. Yeah, it's a nice little Easter egg-ish, but it's not like full on Mega Man. Like, I mean, that's Mega Man like in his Megatrans. Oh God, Megatrans. This is like Mega Man in his like, you know, this is Mega Man when he has midlife crisis.
For the anniversary game coming.
Never know. Never know. Your Charlie doll. The original Charlie doll was based on the likeness of Toy Uncle's founder, Charlie McBurgan, and has become the mascot for the company. We are pleased to present this proclaimed Charlie doll as a celebration, blah blah blah. I couldn't be bothered reading that now, to be honest with you. Fancy box which contains the other jewel that needs to be put into the clock puzzle thingy-majiggy, which you will see now in a bit. And it's a green jewel for Green Hill Gaming, huh?
Right time. Ari in R6 Siege. Mega Man from Tekken Elbow Cup.
Oh yeah.
Good night all.
Right, there's a few comments there that I have to address one at a time. First of all, Mighty Duck, I will say good night to you, man. Sleep well. Thank you for being a part of Green Hill Gaming tonight, man. Hope you enjoyed the live stream. And I will see you in the next live stream.
Good night,
Take it
Duck.
easy, Mighty Duck. Yeah, I've seen the Resident Evil crossover in Rainbow Six Siege. All I have to say is I think it looks really out of place, to be honest with you. But I've seen that. That's all the comments, is it? Okay. Oh my God! Look at Nemi. Jesus, man! That is terrifying.
Fortnite is next.
Oh Jesus! All I can say, man, is heads will roll. I will be like him, Nemi. I swear to God, that would be me standing outside the offices of Epic Games, just standing there in a fit of rage, just demanding that Epic Games CEO get his skinny ass out of the building so I can smack his head around every fucking corner of the street. But that will happen if Resident Evil comes to Fortnite. Oh my God, look at him. He's right there. But that's terrifying. I didn't take notice of this first time around, but he's just standing there waiting for me, like, waiting for me.
Never know. You may play it one more time.
Never. Never.
Respecting Jill's boundaries, Elbow Cup.
He's a good name, so he's respecting my boundaries. Damien, that will never happen. I know they say never, but that will never happen. Oh. The thoughts of Chris Redfield and Jill Valentine doing flosses in Fortnite is the kind of stuff that would keep me up at night, just terrified, I'm just admiring this lovely toy shop here now. I like it. It's nice. I could stay in here all night especially
Fortnite already
considering
had Chun-Li and Ryu.
Chun-Li, Ryu, Master
Could
Chief,
even be Mr.
Predator.
X.
Imagine Mr. X doing a floss, like. Imagine Nemesis doing a floss. Imagine it, like. It's just crazy to think, isn't it? Oh my god. See that? He was like, Nemi was like, hey, I was here first. Get in line. You don't want to argue with Nemi when he says get in line, do you? He's waiting for his Mega Man figurine. I gotta make a dash for it. Jesus, oh Jesus, oh Jesus.
Nemesis doing the Rickroll emote, elbow cup.
He is. Oh god. Jesus, Nemi. Rest in peace, Mrs. Valentine. They don't mess around with Nemi in the remake. He's not just a monster that you run away from. It's hard as well to dodge Nemi, actually. Come on, get inside. But I really like just how he just stands outside waiting for you. I don't know how I didn't notice that first time around, but it's God, it's just really creepy and terrifying. Ah, Jesus Christ. Do I get another supply drop in I wonder? Nope. Oh, no, I got myself stuck. Okay, so inside here, there is a simple lock that the master of lock picking herself, Jill Valentine, is going to pick lock. Just give me 2 seconds now. Just give me 2 seconds now, just replying to a message.
I cannot wait to see your reaction when RE collabs with Fortnite, elbow cup.
Man, I'm telling you, my reaction will just be like going up outside Epic Games headquarters and just ripping off their heads. But realistically, my reaction realistically would just be like, really, like I'd just be like, I wouldn't say pissed off. All joking aside, I would just be like, really. I mean, like, you just think of Resident Evil and Fortnite, and they're just two completely different games. Like, I know, like, it's crossovers can be fun and they can be interesting and they can be unpredictable, but I just don't think that Fortnite is the kind of game where a character from Resident Evil fits. That's just my opinion. But my reaction, realistically, would just be, like, kind of like cringy. Cringy would be my reaction. I'd have a cringy reaction to it. I definitely wouldn't be excited in it anyway, that's for sure. Just give me 2 seconds then. I hope it doesn't happen though. But Epic Games have been asking people...
Is that Mr. X from Fortnite?
Is that Mr. X from Fortnite? Oh my god, you can just imagine, like, you know, these really kind of like, these real, like, you know, Fortnite kid gamers who don't really play any other games, and, you know, when all these characters show up in Fortnite, like Chun-Li and Master Chief and Lara Croft and, you know, possibly Chris Redfield, you can imagine all these kids, like, you know, down through the years, like, you know, when they see another Resident Evil game, they're going to be like, oh, that's Mr. X from Fortnite, you know. It's, yeah, it's crazy to imagine it, like. Just 2 seconds now.
Is that Jill Valentine from Fortnite?
Yeah, man, those are going to be the questions that these like Fortnite kids are going to be asking. Is that, oh, that's Jill Valentine and Mr. X from Fortnite. Oh god, it would make you cringe, wouldn't it? Really would make you cringe. I think I'm going to head to the subway station now. Although there's an item around here somewhere that I have not picked up.
Things you'd love to see.
God, only imagine. God, I can only imagine what I'm going to see in the live chat. Should I keep... Yeah, I'm going to keep that gunpowder actually, because I need shotgun shells. Okay, so... Oh god. Oh Jesus, man, look how fast he is. Oh no.
Kane in the HOF.
Get in there, Jill. Kane in the Hall of Fame, well deserved. Long overdue, in my opinion. Batista is confirmed to be in the Hall of Fame as well, isn't he?
Is this Doom Eternal? Elbow Cup.
2 seconds now. Doom Eternal. Oh man, I wish it was Doom Eternal because I could take out a massive gun and just unload on Nemi. Funny thing is, one of the final weapons you actually use in this game is actually, it actually looks like the BFG in Doom. So that's actually quite interesting.
Couldn't even complete the second mission, Elbow Cup.
Oh, stop. And just my luck, when I finally get past the part that I was stuck on, so I was playing on Switch, I encounter like a glitch where like I'm trapped inside this area. Oh god, I've had no luck with Doom Eternal, but as soon as the PS5 upgrade releases, I'm going to restart it and I'm going to keep going. Because at least I know where to go now, and I just make sure that I don't encounter the glitch where I get stuck. Oh wait, there's a blue gem as well that I have to collect. What do we have this time? Ah, tactical stock for the shotgun. I like. Oh, okay. My health is not good though. Can I save? I can save, thankfully. Did I put anything into the item box? Didn't. Okay, yeah, interesting.
No luck to the point of Bethesda being acquired by Xbox.
I hope that doesn't. I hope Microsoft acquiring Bethesda doesn't impact the release of the Doom Eternal PS5 upgrade, but it shouldn't, because they would be tied to contract. It would be they would have to do it. They would have to do it because it would have been agreed to before the acquisition. Now, obviously, any future Doom games, it's a different story, but
it won't. Sure, Doom 3 is becoming a VR game.
Yeah, so Doom 3 like is on PSVR, like, so it shouldn't affect it. No. I'm gonna put gunpowder in the item box. Just one. And I'm gonna save my progress, and as I said, I'm not interested in how many times I saved the game. So Nemi on my trail. I can't take any chances. Where's the thing I'm looking for? There it is. I actually forget what's inside here, actually. Ah, it's shotgun shells. Nice. Okay. New. Is there any other areas? Oh, there's handgun ammo there. I didn't even notice there was handgun ammo there. What the hell? Where's the handgun? Oh, it's outside. I have to go back out? So check the entire map here to see if there is any rooms with a simple lock. Because you would overlook these things, you know? Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Wait, where's this? The subway office, which is where I'm actually going. Okay. Let's go to the subway office. Nemi on my trail, and I've got no health. I've got Nemi on my trail, and I've got no health. terrible start to it. Oh, God, thankfully I saved my progress. What? Would you like to continue in the assisted game mode? No. No. Johnny's a hardcore gamer. I've got no time for assist mode. I kind of wanted to take my time exploring Raccoon City, but I completely forgot about Nemi. So, there's going to be no exploration, unfortunately. Just going to have to time my dodges, aren't I? Actually, I got a grenade, which will help me slow down Nemi at the very least, while I make my way to the subway station. There we go. Does he drop anything? Nope. Run, you motherfucker.
What will be the next brand new game on this channel?
The next brand new game on this channel. Oh God, I honestly can't think. Possibly Resident Evil? As in Resident Evil Village. As in like brand new game, like. As in like new release game, like. That's honestly all I can think of at the moment. Oh no. What am I doing? I have a weapon. I have a weapon and I know how to use it. Well, kind of. Terrible aiming, but I know how to use it nonetheless. He better be dead. And this bitch better be dead. Oh God, Nemi, no. No, no. Get away, get away. Ah, yeah. Ah, stuck. He just literally showed up out of nowhere. Like an RKO, like the worst RKO ever. But thankfully I saved my progress. Tomorrow, Green Hill Gaming plays Roblox. Then 10 minutes later, I'm gonna.
How about Bray Wyatt?
What's up with Bray Wyatt? Is he playing Roblox with me? Green Hill Gaming plays Roblox with Bray Wyatt.
See his new look.
I actually didn't. I'll have a look now later. Go away.
He was burned.
He was burned? Damn. Wait, has he like a mask? Like a cane mask or something? Oh, Randy Orton burnt him, didn't he? Because Bray Wyatt burnt him.
Well, storyline burnt up.
Yeah, I was thinking that, right. Imagine he got really burnt there. Damn. Shit, was my grenade gone? Oh, wait, hold up a second. Oh, I used it, didn't I? Okay. Oh wait, he's right behind me, isn't he? So that's why he's... I need to dodge this bitch. Ah, you cunt. It's the worst when your health is completely on danger and there's no health around. It's Survival Horror 101 right there, lads. I'm I'm going to keep my grenade until later. That's my strategy. And I'm sticking to it. Oh, God. I love how the game just teases you and taunts you. Would you like to use assist? Would you like to use assist? No, I do not want to use assist. So Nemesis got hold of Bray Wyatt, so that he just took out his flamethrower and just burnt Mr. Wyatt. Kentucky Fried Wyatt. I tried to get him to... Jesus Christ. Kentucky Fried. Jesus! I'm looking at the photo you sent me of Bray Wyatt coming up from the ring with the burnt... That is just... Oh my God, man, that's amazing. That's one of the best, like, monster type gimmicks, like, appearance, looks that I've ever seen. And I mean that. Like, out of any gimmick, like, you know, like, down through the years, I don't know, those, like, paranormal monster type gimmicks. That has to be the best look I've seen. Like, it goes far beyond the mask, you know what I mean? That's just unreal. Oh my God, come on now, Jill. Oh my God. It's terrifying. But now you have to go all the way down here as well. Oh my God. Hello, Fatso.
The Fiend.
Ah, shit. The Fiend. The Cork version of Fergal David. The Fiend. Ah, shit. Jill, get up, you bitch. Where is it? Oh, what the... How... Can somebody please tell me how that's possible?
Than FIFA Elbow Cup.
Thank you! Thank you! Perfect timing for that comment. It is rigged. Because how the hell did he just show up in the location he showed up? One minute he's behind me, the next minute he's in front of me. Like, I know it's Resident Evil, but like I don't think Nemesis has teleportation.
Anything to make
skills.
It longer than its 2 hours. Elbow Cup.
I know, yeah, we just make Nemesis extremely, you know, unlogically difficult, just to lengthen the game. Fuck's sake. Oh, that's head wreck, you know, like, I had it all planned out and all. Do you know what I mean? Until the game just decided to be absolutely retarded. Oh shit, where was the shotgun shells again? Oh, I didn't actually explore the, oh, for fuck's sake. Now this is old school Resident Evil though. This is
Ferrari Battle Royale.
Resident Evil Battle Royale. Is that the what you call it? Is that the Resident Evil Online mode coming to Village?
You can play it on Fortnite.
Yeah, it'll happen eventually, unfortunately. This is how I played Resident Evil back in the day, many times, and it was worse in the original, because in the original, like, you needed to have an ink ribbon to use the typewriter, and typewriters weren't as frequent as they are in the remake. So, like, if I didn't save my progress, I should also point out there was no checkpoints as well. So if I didn't save my progress in the original and I died like this, but like if I had my health was on red and I didn't have any health and I died, it would be back to the previous game save. Like, so I'm used to it, even though it's annoying and I die numerous times. It doesn't get any less frustrating, but I'm still I'm used to it overall. Yeah.
I can't wait for people to drop by and say, "Oh, this looks a lot like Fortnite Elbow Cup."
Oh, it'll happen. All joking aside, man, it'll happen. You'll have kids who only play Fortnite and they don't know anything about, Resident Evil, and they'll drop by a Resident Evil like Village live stream and see Chris, and they'll be like, "Oh, that's Chris from Fortnite." Oh, it'll happen, man. It'll be the cringiest thing ever, but it'll happen. And I swear to God, I'll be keeping in the rage like a fucking bad fart. Oh Jesus, if you do that one more time, oh Jesus Christ. I'm not putting on the system mode anyway. I think at this rate now, I'm going to make it to the subway station, complete the puzzle, save my progress, and then I go on to my Switch Pro discussion. Alright, maybe I should use the grenade now at this early stage. Otherwise I'll have him on my tail the whole... Oh, but then I have to keep going back here and opening that shitty fucking lock. Nice. Running. It's easy to dodge regular zombies, but it's not easy to dodge an enemy. You really have to get it perfect. You really do have to get the dodge perfect for an enemy. Actually, I'm going to save my progress in this area, and as I mentioned many times now, I don't care about how many times I've saved the game. I'm not looking for a good score. Completed the game already. This time's from Resident Evil, because it's 25th anniversary of the series and Village is on the way, and I just like this game overall. So, okay, so now I don't have to do all that over again, which is good. Shortens the time down. Oh damn it, is it this way? It is, okay. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. Is there any way I can just... My aiming in the remakes were terrible. It's so bad, like... Oh god, Open.
Okay, back again.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Please be first aid spray behind this locker. I'm visualizing a first aid spray. Oh, that feels good. Once again, exactly what I need. See, this is what makes Resident Evil. Your health on danger, knowing that you could die at any moment, no health in sight, running away from a massive biological weapon like Nelly, and then just finding first aid.
40 days and 40 nights. Johnny managed to go over 40 days and 40 nights to beat this game, Elbow Cup.
Oh God. 40 days and 40 nights of escaping Nemi. Oh man, I can't believe I got the first aid spray. I'd love if there was a typewriter around here somewhere, like, to be honest. That's all cool. He's still in the area though, isn't he? He could show up. Now this puzzle.
Carlos, I'm in the control room. Now what?
Nice. Now you gotta plot out a route.
You know what's crazy?
Everything. Everything is crazy. No, I'm only joking. What's crazy? This puzzle actually here is crazy, let me tell you. That is what's crazy.
Alright, where are we headed?
The train is stopped at Redstone Street. We need to reach Fox Park Station. Can you program that in?
Hey, I'm Super Cop. Consider it done.
I always
You
hate
have more
this.
hours on Fortnite between Switch and PS4 than you do on the whole RE series, Elbow Cup.
Ah, that's not true. All joking aside, that is not true. Definitely more. I regret to admit I have more Fortnite hours than probably Resident Evil 2 remake and Resident Evil 3. But definitely, all joking aside, definitely not the entire Resident Evil series. Definitely not. But it's sickening how much I played that game. To be honest with you, God, it's sickening.
Elbow Cup.
Do you know what you can do now with your elbow cup, Chad? You can shove it up your hole. I'm only joking. Right, so I need to go to Fox, whatever the hell it's called. So, where are we starting? We're going to start with Redmond Street. So, okay, we're already on Redmond Street. Oh no, what? Alright, so, okay, so we start with Redmond Street, then we got to go to Font Avenue. No, what? Alright, so... Okay, this is where we are. So there automatically. So the next stop then would be... Then Frost Avenue. What's that, a 9? Shit. No, wait a second now. Is that a 9? I don't know. Doesn't have a number attached to it, does it? Lads, I really hate this puzzle so much. I think it's it. No, it looks like a 9. Or doesn't have a 9, it doesn't go as far as 9. Lads, what number is that?
Did you play Apex yet?
I have not played Apex yet. I've no interest in it, even though it's free, I've no interest in it. What number is that, like? Oh God. I reckon no. The next stop is definitely Lost Avenue. Just Don't know what the number is.
There's a pub to rumored Elbow Cup.
Oh, is there? God, would you even need a part
confirmed.
2 of that game?
I'm
like,
not sure.
you know, it comes with being service game and everything else. Like, I'm gonna say. Let me look at that. Ah, there we go. So First Avenue is 2. So
Please enter a route.
I will enter a route as long as I can figure out how to do it. Then it goes to Raccoon Central Station, which is what?
Capcom vs Fortnite Elbow Cup. Give the fans what they want.
No, which is 3.
What did he say? Redstone Street to Fox Park.
Capcom versus Fortnite. Imagine, Jesus Christ. Then it's going to go. Oh, I don't know where it's going to go. Then it's. Oh God, I don't know. I think it's St. Michael's Clock Tower, which is what?
What did he say? Redstone Street to Fox Park.
Unable to establish route. Please try again.
Okay, I will.
Can't wait for the PS6.
You can't wait for the PS6. Jesus, man. Slow down. You're burning rubber. We've only just gotten started with PS5, man. What Main Street? Yeah, I really hate this puzzle so much.
Valid route confirmed.
Oh, here we go.
Carlos, it's me. I finished inputting the subway route.
Jill, you are amazing.
Can you believe?
Those nails, too. Hurry back to the station. We'll make sure the subway's ready to depart.
Can you believe I've actually completed this puzzle multiple times and I still don't know what the fuck I just did? Can you believe that? Like, I'm actually okay. So I'm going to return to the subway station. But what I'm going to do is, on my way, I'm going to go to an.
William Shatner turned 90 this week.
Did he?
Elbow Cup.
God, man, he's old.
What games will make a big return on Green Isle Gaming in the future?
Green Isle. Did you hear how she pronounced my channel? Green Isle? Green Isle Gaming? What games will make a big return? Oh, definitely Fortnite. The return of the dynamic duo. Definitely. Definitely. Chris Redfield and Leon S. Kennedy flossing their way to a victory royale. No, all joking aside, I know I had the Green Isle. Jesus Christ. I like it. Instead of the Green Mile, the Green Isle. Games that will make a return.
Minecraft.
And Minecraft as well, yeah. Games that will make a return. Well, definitely Doom Eternal is making a return. That's definitely going to happen.
Boulder punching floss.
The Boulder Punch. Yeah, we just had Doom Eternal for now. I can't think of any at the moment. Oh, Nemi is still out there running around. What the fuck is that?
Doom Returnal.
It's actually a nice name, actually. Doom Eternal. That should become the next Doom game, actually. Doom Eternal. It's a nice name. I like that name, Nemi. Alright, so there's an ink ribbon in here.
The Last of Us 2 Remastered GOTY Elbow Cup.
The Last of Us. You are obsessed with The Last of Us, Chad. I think you'll secretly love that
Xbox
game.
exclusive Elbow Cup.
Well, definitely, yeah. It's going to be the next Doom game will be exclusive to platforms that Xbox Pass is on, which is as of right now, which is basically Xbox family of systems and PC. So unfortunately, we will not be playing the next Doom game on a Switch or a PlayStation anytime soon, unless Microsoft release Xbox Pass on PlayStation and Switch. So
Won more Game Awards than Resident Evil 3 Elbow Cup.
I know it's tragic, to be honest with you, when you think about it. Like, it really is tragic. Okay, so that is the end of my Resident Evil 3 remake gameplay. I will now discuss the Nintendo Switch Pro. I'm saying that in a sarcastic tone, and I'm even using the inverted comma movements with my lovely fingers, because I don't
Doom
think
open world, time travel. Travel to hell, space, Earth, Mars, Uranus, etc.
it would be interested, to be honest with you. I mean, I would love to see Doom Guy go right into Uranus. I had to say it, man. I had to say it. You set that one up, man. You set that one up. I had to say it. Oh, man. But all joking aside, that would be an interesting Doom game, to go full open world and to be like traveling around space, traveling to hell, space, Earth, as you put it, all the different planets. It's actually a good idea. And it would definitely freshen up the series as well. I would actually...
As interesting as it becoming an Xbox exclusive Elbow Cup.
Yeah, unfortunately, man. Unfortunately. Anyway, let's forget about...
Green Heil have eyes, Elbow Cup.
The Green Heil have eyes. Anyway, forget about Xbox for now. Forget about Bethesda for now. Forget about Doom for now. It is now time for my Nintendo Switch Pro discussion. And as I said, I don't actually believe that there is a Nintendo Switch Pro. And I'm actually basing that off facts as opposed to rumors, leaks, and reports. Because recently Nintendo themselves said that they have no plans to release a new Nintendo Switch model anytime soon. I mean, that should be the end of the discussion right there, shouldn't it? But in spite of Nintendo saying that, there are countless media, including Bloomberg,
That was years ago.
Oh no, man, that wasn't years ago. That was recently, man. That was recently. Honestly, that was recently. That was as recent as less than a month ago. Nintendo came out and actually said that they have no plans to release an upgraded Nintendo Switch model anytime soon. That was literally less than a month ago. I promise you that. I guarantee you that. So that should actually be the end of the discussion right there. But Bloomberg,
Hiding the truth, Elbow Cup.
hiding the truth. Who knows? Maybe Nintendo are hiding the truth. You could be right, Damien. Nintendo could just be lying to us, and there could be a Nintendo Switch Pro. But I would be more inclined to believe what Nintendo themselves say. So in spite of Nintendo...
Summer will tell all, Elbow Cup.
Exactly. Summer will tell all. The end of this year will tell all. So in spite of Nintendo saying that they have no plans to release an upgraded Nintendo Switch model anytime soon, various media all over the world, including Bloomberg. Now, Bloomberg, may I add, for years, as far back as 2017, the year the original Nintendo Switch released, have actually been reporting on a Nintendo Switch Pro, a more powerful Switch with upgraded specs. As far back as 2017, Bloomberg. Boomerberg, exactly. That's what they're going to be called now.
If Chris Redfield can make it to Smash Brothers, what stops him from being in Fortnite? Elbow Cup.
No comment. No comment. So Bloomberg, since 2017, have been reporting that there's going to be a Nintendo Switch Pro. They said it would launch at the end of. They said it was going to launch in early 2018. Then they said
battery life to be 1 hour. Elbow Cup.
1 hour. 1 hour, man. Oh God. So yeah, as far back as 2017, Boomerberg were reporting that there would be a Nintendo Switch Pro releasing in early 2018. Then they said the middle of 2018. Then the end of 2018. Then 2019 came along, and media like Bloomberg were like, "No, it's coming out in 2019." And then the whole year went by, and it didn't happen. And then 2020 comes along, and they're like, "Yeah, definitely happening." And as I said, Nintendo themselves came out less than a month ago and said, "We, Nintendo, have no plans to release a new Switch model anytime soon." But in spite of that, Bloomberg and other media continue to report on this so-called Nintendo Switch Pro. Apparently, it's going to have an improved NVIDIA chip, which will increase the CPU, and memory, allowing for 4K.
Mario dies at the end of the month. It's fake news. Elbow Cup.
I know, yeah. Allowing for 4K on TV, and apparently Samsung are going to provide the OLED screen, still 720p. And that's basically what this so-called Nintendo Switch Pro.
Happy Meal toy instead, just like Sega. Elbow Cup.
Happy Meal toy like Sega. That's all we know of the apparent Nintendo Switch Pro. As I said, I don't think it's going to happen because Nintendo themselves said that it wouldn't happen. Again, that should be the end of the discussion, but let's talk about it nonetheless. Anyway, maybe Nintendo are lying. Who knows? Okay. There is a saying in life, and it goes for everything. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. The Nintendo Switch has sold over 80 million units so far, and its software has went from like...
Tell Bob the Builder that. Elbow Cup.
Bob the Builder. Their software has sold from 5, 10, 12, 15, 20 million. Their software software sales have went through the roof as well as hardware sales. So Nintendo Switch is doing very well right now. I think people who purchased the Nintendo Switch knew what they were purchasing. I think they were okay with the lower specs of the Switch compared to PS4 and obviously PS5 and Xbox One and Xbox Series X. I think what appealed...
2 to be exclusive to Switch Pro. Chiluduk.
Breath of the Wild 2 to be
exclusive. It's going to have themes, a web browser, and music player. Elbow Cup.
I actually will get to all of your comments in just a moment. I just want to get this piece, my piece out of the way first, and I promise I will get to your comments. So I think gamers, they knew what they were getting themselves into. I think they accepted the fact that Switch would have lower specs compared to its competition. I think what appealed to them was the portability of the Switch and the fantastic library of games, and which is why the Switch continues to sell extremely well in 2021, and the software continues to sell extremely well also. The big
And
thing...
again we'll have no live streaming games, Elbow Cup.
I promise you I will actually address every single comment in just a moment. I promise you all that. But it's my time to talk right now. I'm only joking, but I will get to the comments. I think the big thing here is that nobody actually asked for a Nintendo Switch Pro. Because nobody had a problem. People who own the Switch, right? And even people who are interested in buying a Switch, they didn't cry out for better specs. They didn't cry out for a Switch Pro. Nobody asked for a Switch Pro. There's no
Address
demand.
The Nintendo Switch Pro in a possible way of happening, Elbow Cup.
Address the Nintendo Switch Pro in a possible way of happening. Don't tell me how to address anything, boy. This is my opinion, boy. Now I'm only joking. But that's how I feel. This is how I feel. I don't think it's happening. And again, I should have ended the discussion as soon as I pointed out the fact that Nintendo themselves shot down the possibility of a Switch Pro releasing anytime soon, but I will still discuss it. But this is how I feel about it. So there's actually no demand for a Switch Pro right now. It doesn't make any sense. There's no point.
New Switch Pro Pokemon game looks like shit, Elbow Cup.
Again, I will get to all of your comments in just a moment. If you just let me do this part of my discussion, and then I will interact with all of you, and you can let me know how you think, what you think, and all of that. Everything that Nintendo has done so far with the Switch has been extremely successful, as I pointed out. So there is no need for a Switch Pro. It's just not needed. So just give me a moment there.
Take your time on Botutu. We don't want another Cyberpunk, Elbow Cup.
We don't need another Cyberpunk. Just give me a moment there, and I'll be right back. I'm actually looking at the message that I sent you, Damien, because everything I wrote in that message is actually what I wanted to say. So, like, this is so, like, it would be absolutely pointless for so many reasons. If they just beef up the specs a little, add 4K support, change the screen a little, and be like, hey everyone, here's what you asked for. When in reality, nobody asked for it or needed it. Like, as I said, the reason why get the fuck out of my messages. That actually popped up at the end of the screen. I could see it. It's funny. The reason Switch was and still is a success is the portability of the system and the great library of games. The majority of gamers accept the specs of Switch.
I'm here.
So nobody is crying out for this upgrade. So like this generation for Nintendo has proved to be a huge success for them. So as the saying says, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's a funny comment as well. And who's here?
Hello, Batman.
Wait, no. Oh, Batman is here. Batman is here. Batman, welcome back to Green Hill Gaming. How are you keeping? Very welcome to my live stream. I just ended my Resident Evil 3 gameplay, but I'm not discussing the Switch Pro. Okay, so that's why I think there's no need for a... So I already spoke about why I think there isn't going to be a Switch Pro, and that's... I just spoke there...
Switch Pro Fortnite Edition, Elbow Cup.
I just spoke there on why I think there's no need for a Switch Pro, so there's no need to repeat myself over and over again on that.
Elbow Cup.
I think what would make sense because it is 2021. The Switch launched in 2017, and there's generally a 5-year life cycle for game consoles. So in 2022, the Switch would have been on the market for 5 years, which, as I said, is usually the end of a gaming system's life cycle. What would make sense is a Switch 2. Okay? A brand new, next generation Nintendo gaming system. The Switch 2, the successor to the Switch. Not an upgrade, not a Switch Pro, a brand new, next generation video gaming system from Nintendo, the Switch 2. And completely, like, a new chip, new specs, new GPU, significantly improved the specs over the Switch. Obviously not as powerful as PS5. That's never going to happen. But significantly, a significant boost over the Switch. And obviously Nintendo being Nintendo, they do something different. They add in the innovation, combine that with what they already did with the Switch, the portability of Switch, and that is your Switch 2. So the 4K, maybe they can have at least 1080p on the screen in OLED, which would look fantastic. The screen, shrunk. Because a lot of people don't realize that the smaller the screen, in reality, the better the visuals look, because when you stretch
So
colors.
we're just talking.
I know, sorry. When you stretch an image, it loses its quality. But when you condense that image on a small screen, it'll actually look better. So I actually think that 1080p on an OLED screen, on a reasonably small screen, would actually look amazing. So I think that what would make sense is a Switch 2 in 2022 at least, or at least announced in 2022 and then released in
Johnny woke
2023.
up feeling dangerous today. Cold face 10th of October, fake news, fire 1, Johnny talks shit, woozy face 0/10 facts face with tears of joy face, with tears of joy 1, indie gamer face with hand over mouth better than fire.
I'm always on fire, man. I'm always dangerous. So yeah, that's what I think would make sense. I think we're literally going into, like, next year, 2022 will be 5 years of the Switch. That's the end of the Switch's life cycle, more or less. I think it would make more sense for a Switch 2, a full-on next generation new video game system from Nintendo. Do something completely different. Like, Nintendo will definitely do something completely different. They will add to what they already did with the Switch, which is the portability of Switch. Maybe do something different with the Joy-Cons. Beef up their specs. Support full 4K on the TV and on the screen. As I said, like, maybe they'll go full 1080p. Maybe they'll even have 4K on the screen. Who knows? But at least 1080p OLED games will look amazing. That's just I don't know what they're going to do, but I just think a Switch 2 would make a lot more sense.
Jonathan Nagle from Boomerberg.
From Boomerberg. That's where I live, in Boomerberg. Just look at the sales of Switch games, even third-party games. They have sold extremely well. People buy Switch games, and more importantly, they buy the Switch. The Switch is on over 80 million units sold as of right now, and it continues to sell more and more and more. Nobody is crying out for a Switch Pro. Nobody is really bashing the Switch's specs. I mean, obviously, people who bash Nintendo will obviously bash Nintendo. That's not going to change. But I think overall, like, people who own the Switch and who are interested in the Switch, they're happy enough.
And her name is Jill Saina Dundunduna.
Jill Cena. So I just think Nintendo doing the Switch Pro just wouldn't really make a whole lot of sense. Like, now you can play Mario Kart 8 Deluxe in 4K. Like, oh, now we're gonna make, like, you know, Breath of the Wild 2 exclusive to the Switch Pro. I mean, it just wouldn't make sense. I mean, Nintendo were very clear from the start what they wanted to do with the Switch, and that is deliver a portable console experience where you can play your console games anywhere, anytime. That's the concept of Switch. Not 4K, not amazing
now they'll
graphics.
still manage to port it from Wii U Elbow Cup.
Bit like GTA 5 getting re-released. I'm telling you, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe will become the next GTA 5, let me tell you. So I've pretty much said everything I need to say. I can't see a Switch Pro happening anytime soon because Nintendo themselves said recently that they have no plans to release a new Switch model anytime soon. That pretty much is case closed in my opinion.
GTA 5 for Switch Pro Elbow Cup.
But it doesn't stop Bloomberg from still reporting a Switch Pro. But bear in mind, Bloomberg have been reporting a Switch Pro as far back as 2017 and it hasn't happened. I feel like it doesn't need to happen because Switch is selling extremely well, still is. Software is selling just absolutely mind-boggling sales of their software. It's just not needed, and we're almost 5 years into the life cycle of Switch. It would make more sense for a Switch 2 to having full-blown next generation console from Nintendo as the successor to the Switch as opposed to an upgrade to the Switch. Those are my opinions. Those are my thoughts. Okay, as promised, I will now go through every single comment that people typed about the Switch Pro. Okay, now I may have already addressed these comments, but I will nonetheless go back over them because I don't want to ignore any comments. Okay, so that was years ago. So Damon, I can 100% tell you for a fact that Nintendo, as of less than a month,
going to stream a game on the Switch?
Never, because Nintendo are too lazy to support streaming. I would love Nintendo to support streaming. I swear to God, I would love Nintendo to support streaming. But as of right now, never is the answer to that question. So I can guarantee you, I can promise you, this is a fact, 100%, that less than a month ago, Nintendo came out in response to the possibility of there being a Switch Pro, and they said that they have no plans.
Nintendo are like the Orange Man, and Orange Man bad. Joe Biden is the GOAT.
Joe Biden is the GOAT. BLM, Biden loves minors. So yeah, Nintendo said that they have no plans to release a new Switch model anytime soon. So, and that was less than a month ago. As for hiding the truth,
10 minutes stream limit on Switch Pro Elbow Cup.
I know, yeah. As for hiding the truth, there is a possibility that Nintendo could be hiding the truth. Who knows? But all we do know is that they said that they wouldn't be releasing a new Switch anytime soon. So we're going to have to go with what there's. Anything could be a lie. All of us could be hiding the truth. You know? So and Summer will tell all. Oh, definitely, because apparently this Switch Pro is supposed to be releasing at the end of this year. So if Summer comes and goes and there is still no announcement of a Switch Pro, then it pretty much 100% says that there is no Switch Pro. Boomerberg, good old Bloomberg, boomers. Switch Pro battery life through 1 hour. That's the thing as well. I mean, if they're going to release this extremely not extremely powerful console, but I can tell you one thing. If this so-called Switch Pro ends up supporting like 4K on the screen, then it will definitely have a 1 hour battery life. I can tell you that much right now. But if it's just a regular Switch with OLED, I don't think it'll impact the battery a whole lot, to be honest with you. In fact, they'll probably be able to
Switch
improve.
Lite.
They'll probably
But
be able.
switch to what?
I know, yeah,
Elbow
good point. But if anything, they'll probably improve the battery. The Breath of the Wild 2 being exclusive to Switch Pro. That's an interesting one. I've seen people actually mention that. See, that's really concerning because
Breaking news, new Switch Pro battery blows up.
imagine. Breath of the Wild 2 being exclusive to Switch Pro. It's a possibility, but Nintendo has never done anything as major as that. They did release the new Nintendo 3DS, which was an upgraded 3DS, with slightly improved CPU and memory, which allowed for a game like Xenoblade Chronicles to be ported from Wii to 3DS. So that was a full-blown console game, full-on like open-world RPG, ported from a Wii console to a 3DS handheld, thanks to the improved power of the new 3DS. But they didn't do anything like major. Like they didn't say, here is the next Mario game exclusive to new 3DS, or here's the
Drop
latest.
the phone and break his hand. Lol, grinning, squinting face. Botu 2 is too hard of a game. Very challenging. I give it 2nd of October. IGN.
Very accurate review there from IGN. So Nintendo have never done anything like that, but making one of their iconic franchises, like the next Legend of Zelda game, exclusive to upgraded hardware. They've
Phil
never
Spencer takes over Doug Bowser job. Joins Nintendo Elbow Cup.
They've never done that before. One comment at a time, though, lads, please. They've never done that before, and I can't see them doing it now, because, like, again, like the Nintendo Switch was and still is marketed as a portable console. Its unique selling point is, here's a console that you can take with you anywhere you go. You can play your games anywhere, anytime, with anyone. That is the concept. It's not about amazing specs and 4K visuals. It's about being able to play a game like Breath of the Wild on your TV and then take it with you to the park or wherever and continue playing. And that's the concept of Switch, and that still sells to this day. That's why people buy a Switch. Breath of the Wild 2 was announced for Nintendo Switch. It was announced for Nintendo Switch, and if they came out and said, oh, actually, this is going to be exclusive to an upgraded Switch where you can now play in 4K, even though nobody really asked for it, it would damage them. It would damage them in a huge way, and I personally can't see it happening. It could happen, but I personally can't see it happening based off the fact that they've never done anything like it before, and it would completely go against everything they've been doing up until now, and everything that's been successful for them. It's been successful for them, so why would they change the formula now? It just wouldn't make any sense to me, personally. What is the other comment? It's going to have Teams, a web browser, and a music player. Those are features that I can definitely see coming to a so-called Switch Pro. Definitely, yeah. And again, we'll have knowing my luck, Damien, they probably still wouldn't support live streaming, unfortunately. Address the Nintendo Switch Pro in a possible way. Possible way of
news elbow cup.
Shut up. Well, like, it is possible. I mean, like, it is possible. Anything is possible in life. Well, I'm not going to be as vague as that. Like, it is possible. I will discuss it in a possible way. It is possible for Nintendo to compete with PS5 and Xbox One Series X in terms of, obviously not in terms of power, but obviously, like, in terms of freshening up their Switch, in terms of, like, getting some 4K, support, in terms of, getting the Switch screen to be OLED, and maybe adding in a couple of new features there and allowing for, like, bigger blockbuster games to come to Switch. It's a possibility. I won't deny the fact that it's a possibility, but I just think that based off what Nintendo themselves said less than a month ago, when they said they have no plans to release an upgraded Switch model anytime soon, it's kind of hard for me to really, it's hard for me to dismiss that, It really is, and especially when Bloomberg and other media have been reporting a Switch Pro as far back as 2017, and it still hasn't happened. It's hard for me to see a Switch Pro happening, And as far as it being needed, it's not needed. Breath of the Wild has sold like extremely well. I'm going to get up the sales of Breath of the Wild actually. That game has sold extremely well, and the reason it's sold is because it's a great game as it is, and the reason the Switch console itself has sold.
I'm going to burn your house, fire, 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 fire.
Who's going to burn my house? You're going to burn my house, Batman? I'm just getting the sales of Breath of the Wild 2 up there now. Or Breath of the Wild 1.
Lol.
Breath of the Wild sales. Oh, come on. Okay, so I'm just looking for it. Chad, where's all your facts when you fucking need them? Okay, total sales for the Switch version. This is the Switch version now. Total sales of the Switch version of Breath of the Wild reached 21.45 million. That's a lot to say the least. People bought that game knowing the specs of the Switch, knowing the Switch wasn't a 4K system, knowing the screen wasn't full 1080p OLED. Okay? Knowing that it wasn't the most powerful looking game ever. They bought Breath of the Wild because it was an amazing game. They bought it on console because they bought it on the Switch console because it was an amazing console, because it was portable. You could take this game and console with you anywhere, anytime. I just don't understand why the need for Nintendo to come along and say, okay, let's make a 4K console. And beef up our specs. It's not needed. I mean, the Switch, I'll look up the Switch sales now, and I'll get the audio comments, don't worry. I'll get the audio comments, I promise you. I just want to look up sales of the Switch. My God. Jesus. Okay, so as of December 31st of last year, 79.87 million units of Switch were sold. So it's not needed. The Switch continues to be an extreme success. Its software proves to be an extreme success. It is not needed. So it's a possibility. I talk about it in terms of a possibility. I just don't think that I just don't think it's needed, Okay, new Switch Pro Pokemon game looks like shit. Now, you can be sure if Nintendo do release, let me throw this dry, sorry, a Switch Pro and release a Pokemon game on it, you will have fans complaining, saying it's looking shit, because Pokemon fans are the worst, to be honest with you. New Switch, okay, take your time in Breath of the Wild 2, we don't want another Cyberpunk. You know what, that is going to be used for everything now. Everything. Like Cyberpunk looking like shit is going to give developers, a get out of jail free card now for delays of their games. Switch Pro Fortnite Edition, you know what's going to happen. They still managed to put, man, if there's a Switch Pro, and even a Switch 2 for that matter, you can be sure that Mario Kart 8 Deluxe will make an appearance on it, that's for sure. GTA 5 for Switch Pro is definitely a game I can see happening on the Switch Pro. I won't be going near it, to be honest with you. Nintendo are like the Orange Man and the Orange Man bad. Joe Biden is the god. 10 minutes stream limit on the Switch Pro. Oh god, imagine if they had like an hour limit or something. Being that it's Nintendo, I wouldn't be surprised. Breaking news, new Switch Pro battery blows up. He drops the phone. The right to dispenser takes job. Okay, so I've caught up. But no, so even though I've just read through all of your views and opinions on this so-called Nintendo Switch Pro, I'm now going to, because what I wanted to do was I wanted to discuss my views and opinions on the so-called Nintendo Switch Pro first, and then I'm going to throw it out into you.
Halo Infinite launches the same month as Switch to Elbow Cup.
So I'm now going to officially hand it over to all of you. So what are your overall thoughts on the so-called Nintendo Switch Pro? Do you think it's going to happen? If so, when do you think it's going to get released?
Halo Infinite delayed 2022.
Yeah, delayed again. What features do you think it's going to include? What features would you like to see included on it? What are your thoughts? Let me know.
Yes. It will get released early next year, Elbow Cup.
That's interesting now. That's an interesting comment. So, Damien, you think it's going to happen and you think it's going to get released next year. What features do you think it's going to have? And what features would you like to see on it? It's interesting because this is what's going to happen. This is what's going to happen. Like Bloomberg and other media, as I pointed out, they've been reporting on Switch Pro as far back as 2017. They said it would come out in early 2018, then it was the middle of 2018, then it was the end of 2018, then it was 2019, then it was the middle of 2019, the end of 2019, and then 2020 came along, and you're like, oh, it's going to happen, and it still didn't happen, and then Nintendo said, it won't happen. And the latest reports are that the Switch Pro will actually be releasing at the end of this year. So what's going to happen now is it won't get announced summertime. It won't get released at the end of the year. But then people will still be saying, like Bloomberg and other media, will be saying, "Oh, sure, it'll happen next year. It'll happen next year." So it's an interesting comment. People will not stop talking about this, Switch Pro. It's just, it's interesting. So that's what I think is going to happen. I think it won't get announced, and then.
New Switch Pro won't come with a charger, Elbow Cup.
Interesting, because that's actually what happened with the new 3DS. The new 3DS didn't come included with a charger. Interesting one. So yeah, keep your views and opinions coming. Thinking about the kind of questions I could kind of ask you. Would you prefer a Switch Pro, at the end of this year? Or next year, or would you just prefer to wait for a full-blown successor to the Switch, a full-blown next-generation gaming console from Nintendo? Would you prefer just to enjoy the Switch as it is, as you've been doing for over 4 years now, or would you just want this Switch Pro? Would you want the Switch Pro, basically? Would you want the Switch Pro? So yeah, keep the views and opinions coming. And what I'll actually do is I'll actually return to the main menu on this game and actually show you some.
That's what should happen. Next, Jenny.
Yes, I 100% agree with you there, Damien. Completely on the same page there with you, man. I think it's the most logical thing for Nintendo to do. It's the most logical thing to happen in the gaming industry right now. I think the Switch has been on the market for over 4 years now. It's been and continues to be an extreme success, both from the point of view of hardware and sales. People are still buying the Switch, still buying the games. They as I said, they know the specs of Switch. They're happy enough with the specs of the Switch. They just like the fact that they can take this console with them anywhere and play these amazing games anytime, anywhere. It's been 4 years now. Like the Switch will be on the market for 5 years next year. That's the end of a product's console's life cycle. It would make a lot more sense for Nintendo to just move on to their next gaming system, which in my opinion will be the Switch 2, successor to the Switch. It would make far more sense. It feels more logical. So yeah, Damien, 100% with you on that one. Next gen, you know, there is no need for a Switch Pro. And as Damien pointed out at the start of the live stream, like the reality is, what if Doom Eternal, right, on Switch,
Super Switch.
And the Super Switch is a lovely name as well. That actually popped into my head, and actually even Damien said it as well. A lot of people have actually been saying this, including myself. The Super Switch just sounds fantastic, or even the Super Nintendo Switch, because, and it's really interesting. Nintendo has only ever twice, released a successor, a sequel to their console. Nintendo normally has an original name for their next generation systems, but the very first Nintendo home console was the Nintendo Entertainment System, and its successor was called the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. But then they had the Nintendo 64, but the next console was called...
No phone app for voice chat, elbow cup.
They need to fix the voice chat 100%. And VR, oh my fucking god, man. Yes, definitely. Actually, there was a recent patent filed by Nintendo for a new VR headset, so I just really hope that comes to fruition. I would love that, man, so much. And as you pointed out there as well, a proper voice chat option. 100%. So Nintendo had the Nintendo 64, the GameCube, and the Wii, but the Wii became the second. It became the second time Nintendo actually had a sequel to their console, because they had the Wii U. Obviously, we had the Switch. So I'd love if they actually had a kind of successor, to I don't know, just the Super Nintendo Switch just sounds amazing. Or else the Switch 2, one or the other. But the Super Nintendo Switch just kind of harkens back to the original days, from when they had the Super Nintendo. I would love that Super Nintendo Switch. It sounds fantastic. So yeah, it's nice to know that, nice to hear your views, so keep them coming. So okay, so so Damien feels if there is going to be a Switch Pro, it'll get released next year. Chad believes the Switch Pro won't come with a charger. But Damien feels overall that they should just wait and go all out with a next generation gaming system, the Switch 2. Chad feels it would be called a Super Switch. And Chad wants some VR and no phone. So what other features would you like to? I can't think of any other questions. What other features would you like to see on this Switch Pro? And Chad, Chad, would you prefer a Switch Pro now, right now? Would you want a Switch Pro now, or would you rather wait for a full-blown next generation gaming system from Nintendo, like a Switch 2 or a Super Switch? I think that's pretty much that. But VR and proper voice chat would definitely be something that I would welcome. But you know what, lads, I can't even believe I'm actually having this discussion, because I can't believe Bloomberg are still reporting on the Switch Pro. I can't believe media are still reporting on the Switch Pro. Now, I am not joking. If you actually research it, if you actually archive it, you actually realise that people have been talking about the Switch Pro as far back as 2017, including Bloomberg, and it still hasn't happened. There's been a Switch Lite. See, what originally happened was there was a report that there was going to be 2 new versions of the Switch. One was going to be the Switch Lite, which people called the Switch Mini at the time, and then there was going to be a Switch Pro. And that has been reported since 2017. And I think the fact that they released the Switch Lite kind of
I need to finish my stack of games. I'll wait.
You're like Mighty Duck for the stack of games. But that's a good sign, though, that you've got a good library of games. I'm just saying, I've got a shit ton of games that I need to get around playing across all consoles. I realised recently more retro games need to be played than any other game. I have a shit ton of retro games that I have not even touched.
They have to work on their new servers first.
Yeah, they definitely need to improve their servers, especially if they're charging their customers to play online. They definitely need to get their act together with online overall. 100% agree with you there. But yeah, it's crazy that I even have to have this conversation about Switch Pro. You know my opinions and views about it. I won't repeat myself, but the big elephant in the room is Nintendo themselves saying, hello, we are not releasing a new Switch model anytime soon. But it just gets completely ignored. And they're like, oh yeah, the Switch Pro, yeah, it's going to have this, it's going to have that, the Switch. And you know what kind of, I wouldn't say annoys me, because it doesn't annoy me, but it kind of interests me that people speak about the Switch Pro as if it's an actual thing, as if it exists. That they speak of it in the present sense, like it doesn't exist. Like the Switch Pro will have this, the Switch Pro. Everything we know about the Switch Pro. 5 things we'd like to see in the Switch Pro. Like there isn't a Switch Pro. Nintendo have not announced a Switch Pro. There isn't a Switch Pro. I always find that fantastic. Like I always find that interesting. You know, when the media like discuss the Switch Pro, even though there isn't a Switch Pro. It's like, you know, do you know the way atheists will come at you for believing in a God, and they'll say to you, where's the proof? There is no God. God isn't real. Well, there's no fucking Switch Pro either. It's not real. Where's your proof? Huh? Have you seen a Switch Pro? Have you felt the Switch Pro? Nah, it's, I was joking aside, though. It's funny. Like it's there isn't a Switch Pro. It's not official. You know, seeing is believing for the Switch Pro, as far as I'm concerned. You know, and yeah. So it's pretty much it. I wanted to do this discussion. Oh yeah, do you want to have a bonus DLC discussion? It's nothing to do with Switch Pro, but I want to talk about Fortnite and all of the latest Fortnite collaborations with other gaming franchises. I honestly feel like it's after getting out of hand. Like it's not getting out of hand. It's gotten out of hand. It was getting out of hand when all these Marvel and Fortnite collaborations happened. It was getting out of hand at that stage, but it's gotten out of hand now that you have Kratos, the god of war. For God's
Love
sake.
to see it. Bringing games together, Elbow Cup.
Well, how do you feel about Kratos, the god of war, a guy who spends his time ripping off people's heads in the most goriest way possible? A character who ended up as a guest fighter for Mortal Kombat, one of the most goriest
How dare Fortnite
games.
have more guests than Smash Brothers?
One of the
Elbow
most
Cup.
goriest games you can imagine. coming to Fortnite. Kratos doing a floss. Like, how does that make you feel? Because it makes me feel sick to my stomach, to be honest with you.
But Wesker in Smash Bros. Elbow Cup.
I'm going to reply to those two comments in a second. But that just makes me sick with cringe. The fact that Kratos, the God of War is one of the most mature games you can imagine in every sense of the word. It's extremely violent, gory, intense. Like, Kratos is the God of War. You know what I mean? He engages in war. He punches people's heads off. He rips their heads off. He fucking slashes them. Kratos is now in Fortnite. There is now a God of War Fortnite collaboration. Kratos does a floss in Fortnite. That is just so cringy, and that is when it got out of hand. You know, that's when it got out of hand. And you also have Master Chief in there. I mean, like, Halo is one of the most...
Doom Guy in Fall Guys, Elbow Cup.
And Doom Guy is in Fall Guys as well, which is just, I will get to those comments in a second, don't worry.
Fortnite beaten by Banana Man.
Don't worry, I'll get to those comments in a second. Master Chief, like, Halo is considered to be one of the most, like nerdy, kind of like hardcore, like, you know, PC kind of gamer type shooters. And its main character is in a children's pastime. It's just, oh god, like. And then Lara Croft. No, Chun-Li. Chun-Li is in Fortnite. There was a
man you used to play the game.
There was a Fortnite.
Face with tears of joy, face with tears of joy.
Yeah. And what's the main word in that sentence? Boy. Used. I used to play that game. And if there was any shred of hope of me ever returning to that game, it is gone with the fucking wind. Let me tell you.
The benefit of the doubt. I actually enjoyed the game.
Enjoyed.
Lara Croft too.
Past tense, boy. Past tense being the main part there, man. Past tense. Past tense. I'm talking about the hero now, man. Past tense. So, then there was a Street Fighter Fortnite collaboration where they brought over Chun-Li from at the time anyway, it was one of the most hardcore beat 'em up games you could imagine. Extremely difficult, extremely hardcore. And the Street Fighter 2 fan base is in its fucking 40s. Like, the hardcore Street Fighter 2 fan base are in their 40s, for God's sake. You know, Mighty Duck being one of them. He's going to kill me. He's not 40. Mighty Duck is not 40. He's close to it, but he's not 40. He grew up playing Street Fighter 2. His memories would be,
I cannot wait for MK crossover soon for the movie Elbow Cup.
His memories would be like, you know, like kicking ass as Chun-Li or getting his ass kicked by Chun-Li, you know. But no, you have little kids who are not necessarily gamers. They just play Fortnite because they feel it's cool and they feel it's the cool thing to do and everyone else does it, so they feel they have to do it. But Fortnite is the only game that they play.
And floss with me.
And floss with me. This is the only game they play.
Elbow Cup.
This is the only game they play.
Wick, Elbow Cup.
I will get to your comments in a second. This is the only game that they play. And when they think of Chun-Li, it's like, yeet, yeet, bro, yeet, yeet, bro, yeet, bro, yeet. Look at how thick Chun-Li is, bro. Ooh.
Is the John Wick from Fortnite.
So all they can like think of is how thick Chun-Li is. And then maybe down the road they'll see Street Fighter 2 or Street Fighter 5. They'll see Chun-Li and they'll be like, oh, that's thick Chun-Li from Fortnite. That makes me sick to my stomach. I just cringe on such a huge level, to be honest with you. And then there was the Fortnite and Tomb Raider collaboration, which is just like at this stage they're just grabbing any franchise that they can just think of.
Is that Tony Stark from Fortnite?
That's funny. They're just grabbing any franchise they can think of and just collaborating with Fortnite. Lara Croft. Again, you're going to have this like situation where these little kids who only play Fortnite, who don't even know what the hell a Lara Croft is or what the hell a Tomb Raider is, and they'll see her like years down the road, and they will say, "Isn't that Lara Croft from Tomb Raider?" And what amazes me is like you can get her classic skin, like looking like classic Tomb Raider. Funny thing is, if they weren't playing Fortnite, if they weren't brainwashed by Fortnite. Like, if these little kids weren't brainwashed by Fortnite and they saw the original Lara Croft, they'd bash Lara Croft. Look at the graphics. Look at the shit graphics. Look how shit she looks. And now they're like, yeet. Look at Lara Croft. Yeet. Bro. I mean, it's pathetic. I think that's where we are right now. And now Epic Games are asking these little shit stains what other games they'd like to see. I'm aware that adults play Fortnite. I'm an adult and I used to play Fortnite. I'm aware of that. But to ask people who play Resident Evil and, oh God, and Grand Theft Auto, Damien.
Hello, is that Lara Croft from Tomb Raider? Face with tears of joy, face with tears of joy, face with tears of joy, face with tears of joy.
But Damien, how would you feel if a little shit stain came up to you when, let's say, GTA San Andreas got remade on PS5? What would happen if that little shit stain saw the remake of GTA 5? Okay? The remake of GTA San Andreas, and turned around and said, "Isn't that CJ from Fortnite?" Because Epic Games are asking these little shit stains, do they want to see a Grand Theft Auto crossover with Fortnite? So there's the possibility that CJ, Carl Johnson from Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, one of the most violent, gruesome and adult video games you can think of, there's a possibility of CJ doing the floss in Fortnite. How would you feel about that? I would love to hear your thoughts on that, because that could be a possibility also. Like, that would make me so cringe.
Put in the hot coffee.
Put in the hot coffee. But how would that make you feel, though? All joking aside, because I know that you are a huge Grand Theft Auto fan. I know that you love San Andreas. You're a big fan of the CJ
They're
character.
tossing more money out than Phil Spencer, elbow cup.
Oh, stop, definitely. But I'd like to know how you would feel if a little shit stain came up to you, Damien. If there was a Grand Theft Auto Fortnite crossover and they brought in CJ from San Andreas into Fortnite and he was doing the floss, and then years down the road, this little shit stain sees CJ in the remake of San Andreas and turns around and says to you, "Isn't that CJ from Fortnite?" How would you feel? How would that make you feel, man? And the other game that they're asking people is Resident Evil. I mean, oh my God, like, it's just, you just couldn't think of any games that are so far away from Fortnite, and they're just bringing these characters into them. I mean, Chris Redfield being in Fortnite doing the floss, it's just, it's crazy. It's not like
Face with tears of joy.
Like, it's not like Grand Theft Auto needs the publicity.
Damien would dab on the haters, elbow cup.
It's not like Grand Theft Auto needs the publicity. It's not like Resident Evil needs the publicity. They're celebrating 25 years of their franchise, and they've never been on top as much as they are now. I mean, the hype for Village is huge. The hype for the reboot is huge, even though I'm not optimistic about it. There's two Netflix series. They're after having 2 remakes of 2 and 3. I mean, like, it's not that they need the publicity. Not too sure much about Tomb Raider. Street Fighter is doing well in the esports scene. It's not, and it's definitely not like Fortnite needs the publicity. So what is the point of these collaborations apart from completely tainting these video game series forever? Tainting these. But seriously, Damien, I'm not like putting the spotlight on you now or anything, right? But seriously, no, Damien, how would you feel? How would you feel if there was a Grand Theft Auto and Fortnite collaboration. How would you feel if there was a remake of Grand Theft Auto San Andreas and then they brought CJ into Fortnite and this little kid comes up and says, isn't that CJ from Fortnite? Honestly speaking, all joking aside, how would that make you feel? I would like to know. And I'm going to answer the rest. I'll answer the rest of the comments then in just a moment, as you do. But I just think that these collaborations have no purpose other than completely, it's like injecting a lethal dose of cancer into these video game series. Having Chun-Li doing the Floss and Chris Redfield and potentially Chris Redfield and CJ, Carol Johnson, Master Chief, Kratos, just running around in a kid's pastime doing the Floss. I just think, to me, it just completely it leaves a bad taste in your mouth, to be honest with you. So that's what I think anyway of these latest Fortnite collaborations. No, it's a lot of comments. Okay. So Damien says, love to see it, bringing games together. Is one of those games Grand Theft Auto? Let me know. How dare Fortnite have more games?
Fortnite has a higher age rating than Smash Bros. Elbow Cup.
Dear God. Dear God.
The Rock joins Fortnite Elbow Cup.
Oh my God. The thing about Fortnite is and with any game really, like adults will play Fortnite, and on the flip side, like a game like Grand Theft Auto will be played by kids as well. But it is crazy to think that Fortnite has a higher age rating than Smash Bros. But I have yet to hear Damien, I have yet to hear from you how you would feel if there was a Grand Theft Auto and Grand Theft Auto and Fortnite collaboration, and if there was a remake of San Andreas, one of your favorite GTA games of all time, and if years down the road, this little shitstain comes along and says, "Isn't that CJ
Tommy
from Fortnite?"
Vercetti for Smash.
How would you feel? How would you feel if Tommy Vercetti?
WWE collaboration Elbow Cup.
How would you feel if Tommy Vercetti came to Fortnite? I want to know, man. I want to know, seriously. All joking aside, I want to know. Because I know me personally, anyway, as I'm also a huge GTA fan. I grew up playing the original. It would make me cringe like, so much if they had any sort of Grand Theft Auto collaboration in Fortnite. I mean, holy shit, man. Holy shit, like. Look at the rest of the comments there now. Yeah, Wesker and Chris Redfield and Leon S. Kennedy and Jill Valentine are all in Super Smash Bros. They're spirits, not full-on characters.
Jr. from Fortnite Elbow Cup.
Jesus fucking Christ. Oh man, I mean seriously, Fortnite has become a really bad Super Smash Bros. I mightn't like all of the fighters that have come to Smash, but at least they make sense for the concept of Super Smash Bros., which is basically it's built completely around collaborations, whereas Fortnite is a battle royale game. About being the last man standing. These collaborations, they make no sense, and the characters that are coming to Fortnite just make no sense. But if Super Smash Bros. Is about Nintendo games and third-party games in general, it makes sense to bring characters from Nintendo games and third-party games together. It makes sense. But the collaborations with Fortnite do not make an ounce of sense. It's crazy. Doom Guy and Fall Guys, I had forgotten about that collaboration, to be honest with you. And he used to play again past tense.
Duke Nukem from Fortnite Elbow Cup.
Duke Nukem. You still haven't addressed Grand Theft Auto and Fortnite. It's okay. I won't put a spotlight onto you any further, but I would presume Seeing as you absolutely hate Fortnite, goes without saying, and seeing as you absolutely love Grand Theft Auto, and you would love to see a remake of either Vice City or San Andreas, so you're a huge fan of Tommy Vercetti and Carl Johnson, I would presume that if there was a Grand Theft Auto and Fortnite crossover, and then years down the road, some little shit stain comes along to you and says, sees the remake of either Vice City or San Andreas and says, isn't that CJ or Tommy Vercetti from Fortnite? I would presume that you would not be pleased
Jacksepticeye
at all.
gets a Fortnite skin elbow cup.
So I'm just going to put that out there myself. Jacksepticeye, a spastic guy, gets a Fortnite skin. Oh,
Johnny
man,
just hating elbow cup.
Johnny Joe. I'm 100% fucking hating. Oh man, I wouldn't even make any bones about that. Let me make this perfectly clear. Johnny Nagel, Green Hill Gaming, right now, on the 25th of March, on 39 minutes past 1 a.m., at 7 degrees in Cork, officially is hating on Fortnite. And he's absolutely shitty collaborations
That comment, elbow cup.
that make absolutely no sense whatsoever, other than ruining beloved video game franchises by associating them to a fucking kid's pastime. So yes, Damien, I am hating. Now, what are the other comments? And yeah, I used to play that game, but again, past tense. And I swear to God, man, if there was any hope for me returning to Fortnite, it is dead. It is dead like Maggie Thatcher. The benefit of the doubt, I actually enjoyed the game. I did at the time when it first. Well, not when it first released, but when it was released early on, I did give it the benefit of the doubt because I didn't want to become one of those people that bashed on a game without playing it. So I did play it, and at the time I enjoyed it, and that was then. But this is now. I'm not a fan of these collaborations in any way. Cannot wait for the Mortal Kombat crossover.
You just need your duos pal back in the minute. The second asks you will be back in no time, elbow cup.
You just need your duos pal back in the minute the second asks. Man, I have been asked by him, and in all due respect to him, he knows who he is. I don't mean any disrespect whatsoever. So if you're listening, don't pick me up wrong. I'm not dissing you. I have no disrespect for you. I actually have a lot of respect for you. But he knows that he has asked me many times to go back and play Fortnite, and he knows that every single time I've said no, and he knows why I don't play it. It's not my cup of tea anymore. I don't like the game anymore, and I'd rather be honest with him and tell him no than lie and say yeah I'll give you a game of Fortnite and then not play it. So that's the story there. So no, I would not be returning to Fortnite. Definitely not now with all these crossovers. What are the other? Mortal Kombat. Imagine having Scorpion in Fortnite, the vengeful, demon from the Netherrealm, in Fortnite doing the flash. Well, then again, like in Mortal Kombat X, he was sitting in front of Sub-Zero, his rival, having hot tea together. So that's a possibility. I suppose that would make sense. Get over here.
Get over here and dance, elbow cup.
Oh God! But you know what? Though, I can see the funny side to it at the same time. Though it is funny. It is funny to think of a character like Scorpion, doing the floss and and all that. Like, so in its own right, yeah, it is funny. So I will try to see the funny side to it, but it's just, at the same time, it's cringy. It's funny, but it's cringy, John Wick, is that John Wick from Fortnite? Tony Stark from Fortnite. Lara Croft from Tomb Raider. I'm shocked that Fortnite has a higher age rating than Smash Bros.
I am Sub-Zero. OMG, it's Sub-Zero from Fortnite.
But there you go, man. How cringe is that, like? How cringe is that, like? This little... Like, I'm not bashing any... Well, I don't want to bash anyone who plays Fortnite. I don't really want to bash the game in general. I just... But there is kids who only play Fortnite, and that's fine.
Love to see it, El Boca.
But those kids, like, when they see, like, Lara Croft and Chun-Li and Kratos and like, they're just going to be like, oh, isn't Lara Croft from Fortnite and so on? So it's really, really cringe, like, really. The Rock joins Fortnite. There's actually a rumor going around that one of the characters that they brought in, or at least one of the skins they brought in, is actually The Rock in disguise. Jesus Christ. And pretty much takes me right up to it. So now I'm going to ask, like, so all joking aside, as much as I love the joking and the banter, which I do, all joking aside, what are your thoughts on these latest Fortnite collaborations? What are your thoughts on Kratos running around in Fortnite flossing, along with Lara Croft, Chun-Li, Master Chief, and what are your thoughts on the possibility that Tommy Vercetti from Grand Theft Auto Vice City could be running around a fucking giant banana doing a floss? I never thought I never thought I would live to the day where I'm sitting here asking that question. I never thought in a million years on Green Hill Gaming that I would ask the question, like, what are your thoughts on Tommy Vercetti,
great for video games,
doing the floss,
good marketing,
with a giant banana?
Great to see everyone enjoy the characters, El Boca.
Okay, who are you and what have you done with Damien? I'm scared now. Somebody has kidnapped Damien. Seriously. That is not Damien. Now I know he's only joking. Fucking better be. But oh man. But seriously, all joking aside, though, just tell me what you think of it. As far as good marketing is concerned, does GTA need to be marketed? At least GTA 5, anyway. You know, I don't think so. I don't think Resident Evil needs to be marketed because it's doing a great job as it is. And I don't think the Fortnite needs to be
Nintendo
marketed.
needs to whip Sakurai and get more guest characters, El Boca.
Needs to whip Sakurai and get more guest characters. Ah, man, Sakurai needs a holiday, man. Are you joking? No, Chad, you need to get whipped, Chad. You need to get whipped. But yeah, let me know what you think of these collaborations. But I never thought I'd see the day like where I would ask that question, like what are your thoughts on the possibility of Tommy Vercetti doing a floss with a giant banana? Oh my God! I'm trying to look at it in a positive way, but it's hard to look at it in a positive way, and it's hard to see the logic behind the decision, and it's hard to see the point of it and the need of it, really, to be honest. With you. I don't know if you were being serious, David, when you said it was great for video games. It's
Smash
hard.
Bros. Does need more characters. Hopefully we will see Doomguy and Master Chief.
Ah, man. I would love to see Doomguy. I couldn't care about Master
Chris
Chief.
Redfield fully playable, El Boca.
And Chris Redfield. They all make, first of all, I want to say one thing. All of those characters make sense in Super Smash Bros. Because the concept of Super Smash Bros. Is the bringing together, the massive collaboration of video game franchises, like the worlds of these games and the characters of these worlds all coming together and smashing. Don't think dirty. That's Super Smash Bros. In a nutshell. Fortnite is a kid's pastime. It's a battle royale game. It's a shooting game. Putting Kratos from God of War into that game into that
Ooh,
kid's
you must be
pastime.
bantering me right now, face with tears of joy. Are you
No.
hitting me with that reverse card? The Kirby rumors never came to be, El Boca.
No, I'm actually Kirby rumors. No, I'm actually no, I'm actually being serious about Super Smash Brothers right now. That's what Super Smash Brothers is. It's a massive collaboration of video game franchises and the characters and the worlds and putting them all together into one game. So it would make sense to
Now
have.
what are you smoking?
Well, about Super Smash Brothers. That's what Super Smash Brothers is. It would make sense to have Doom Guy.
Makes more sense in Fortnite, El Boca.
Oh man, he's having me on. Are you teasing me, man? Are you having me on? Man, you're gonna have me bursting a blood vessel, man. By the end of the night, man. Seriously, seriously. Super Smash Brothers, man. It's what it's about, man. It makes sense to have these games, these characters in Super Smash Brothers. Again, Super Smash Brothers is one big massive.
Imagine Kirby getting shot by Doom by El Boca.
But that's the point of it, though. Imagine Kirby getting shot by Doom Guy. That is the point of it. The randomness of having Steve from Minecraft fighting a piranha plant from Mario. You know, it's the point of Super Smash Brothers. Whereas Fortnite was never about that. Fortnite was about a battle royale game. It was about these default characters, and if you wanted to, you could pay for skins. Just running around the map. You know, this kid's pastime.
Exactly, randomness.
Shoot.
Like Fortnite, El Boca.
Oh man, you being serious, man. What are you smoking is what I would say to you, man. Come off the stage, man. Seriously. Oh man, they're two completely, like, different. First of all, they're different genres, they're different experiences, and they have different, unique selling points to them. As I said, Fortnite
Smash
is a...
Brothers was a kid playing with toys in the intro, El Boca.
What has that got to do with anything? I just farted. Is that relevant, Chad? I don't think it is. So yeah, Super Smash Brothers is a massive collaboration, a bringing together of video game franchises, the worlds of the franchises, the characters of the franchises, bring them all together and smash them. That's Super Smash Brothers. That's what Super Smash Brothers has always been about. Even very early on, you could have like Ganondorf fighting Kirby. Whoever thought we'd see Ganondorf fighting Kirby? But it was in, like, I'm pretty sure it was in the original version. If not the original, it was Brawl on the GameCube. Fortnite, again, is a kid's pastime. It's a battle royale. It's a shooting game. That's all Fortnite ever was, and we're building and crafting as well. So bringing Kratos from God of War into a shooting game where you're shooting and you're crafting just makes absolutely no sense. It's just ridiculous. It is ridiculous. But Super Smash Bros. Have more characters. Oh Jesus, man! There's a shit ton of characters in Super Smash Bros. As it is. But there is more to come. There's 2 more to come in the second fighter pass. But there's a shit ton of fighters in that game as it is. Not only did they include every fighter up until a certain point, but they had 2 fighter passes.
Steve from Minecraft. Crafting. Super Smash Bros. El Boca.
So I mentioned crafting when I mentioned Fortnite. Okay, so that's where the connection is. Okay, fair enough. Okay, so there's a lot of characters that do a lot of different things in Super Smash Bros. And Steve from Minecraft and crafting is one of those things. And that's what makes Super Smash Bros. Like Super Smash Bros. Is you have all these different types of characters doing all different types of things. Oh my god, I feel like
Fortnite now, El Boca.
I feel like there's like 10 spotlights on top of me. But I'm handling myself. Okay, you are defending Fortnite. Who is this guy? That is not Damien. I'm scared. I think the mold from Resident Evil 7 has gotten to Damien. That is not Damien. Who are you and what have you done with Damien? I swear to God, I've had chats with him about Fortnite and he's like, I fucking hate that game, it's fucking shit. I know I have to defend myself. No, I have no, I have to like. No, this guy is defending Fortnite, and I have to like defend why I think Fortnite is trash.
Yes. I'm Daniel, apparently. Elbow cup.
I think you've turned into this Daniel guy now, and it's scaring me. Have you like invested shares in Fortnite overnight or something? What the hell is going on? No, I'm only joking. I'm just going to presume you're bantering, because that is just scary that I would have to have opposing views on Fortnite with you. It's scaring me at this stage now, to be honest with you. But yeah, Super Smash Brothers. As far as having Doom Guy and Master Chief, I could care less about Master Chief, to be honest with you. But Doom Guy, I would love to see in Super Smash Brothers as a Mii fighter, not as a full playable fighter, of course. But like, as far as a playable Chris Redfield in Smash, I would like to see it, and I would have no problem with that. Because it makes sense in a game like Super Smash Bros. Whereas it just doesn't make sense in Fortnite. It's not what Fortnite was, and it might be what it is now. But it's like Fortnite is like, it's like a bootleg Smash at the moment when it comes to its collaborations. It's like a Chinese product. It's just so fake. You know, it's just terrible to look at. So that's what I would say as far as like Super Smash Bros. Versus Fortnite in terms of collaborations. Once again, I would say the Super Smash Bros. Is
exactly.
Always,
as you said earlier, past tense. But this is the now elbow cup.
Why are you defending Fortnite? What the hell is going on? Who are you? Who are you? What is going on? And why is he defending Fortnite? I am just so confused right now. Damn. Holy shit, man. So yeah, Fortnite is what it is now, but it still doesn't make any sense. It's like if Super Smash Bros. decided to turn into a fucking racing game or some shit. I don't know. It's just
Johnny acting sus, elbow cup.
Johnny acting sus. Well, how am I acting sus? What the hell is going on? So yeah, I would say Super Smash Bros. And Fortnite are two completely different games. Like if Super Smash Bros. If Fortnite wants to copy Super Smash Bros. With its collaborations, I would say at least do it properly, and but it just doesn't feel right. You know, it's better just to do your own thing and not copy other companies and other games, because it just makes the game look bad. And I think Fortnite looks bad as it is. I don't think it needs any help.
Play Among Us elbow cup.
Among Us. I'm actually glad I didn't actually cave into temptation and play Among Us. I presume you meant Among Us, by the way, as well. It's okay. I won't call you out on that. I'm only joking. Jesus Christ. What an extended view and opinion on this whole Super Smash Brothers, collaboration. That's
we call it Among Us now, elbow cup. Yes, elbow cup.
What is going on? Oh my god. Okay. Among Us then. Among Us. You're an awful Among Us. But yeah, it's just when I don't know.
Johnny very sus, elbow cup.
How am I sus? Chad, you're looking for a slap. I'll give you sus right across the face, boy. So now, but seriously, all joking aside, what are your real views on the Fortnite collaborations. Your real views. How do they make you feel? How does it make you feel seeing like
Sus from the
characters?
Mogus. It's from the Mogus.
How would you? How would you feel? How do you feel about characters that you
When
played?
you acting sus.
Sus from a Magus. It's from a Magus when you're acting sus. Okay. Has somebody gotten hold of your phone, Daniel? Is this actually Daniel? I wonder. I don't know what the fuck a Magus is. And I don't know what the fuck sus from the Magus is. And I don't know what the fuck is going on in general. So if anyone's asking sus, is the board of right? No.
Try Apex on Switch, Elbow Cup.
I'm not interested in Battle Royale games anymore. I can't focus on Battle Royale games anymore. I can't focus on season games anymore because they require too much time. The seasons keep changing. You've got a certain amount of time before you can, before the season ends, and you've got these challenges, daily challenges, weekly challenges. It's hard to do that while you're playing other games, so it's just not a realistic thing.
Play a Mogus.
What the fuck is a Magus?
Kevin. Friday Night Funkin' Elbow Cup. You will enjoy it.
No, I will not. I will not cave in. I am strong-willed. I am Johnny. I am Greenhill Gaming. I've got a mind of steel. You've heard of the Man of Steel. Well, I'm the Mind of Steel. I don't cave into nothing, boy.
Elbow Cup.
Geez, I think I've actually covered everything that I needed to cover now. But just to kind of, do you know what? I'll round off the live stream with a bit of positivity, because maybe I did sound like a right fucking bitter, a fucking Maggie Thatcher type streamer tonight. So I will briefly go over the two discussions and add a bit of positivity into both of them. The Nintendo Switch Pro. I think overall it would be nice to see
Watch Mr. Beast Elbow
a
Cup.
Switch Pro. Mr. Beast. I don't know who Mr. Beast is, but I'll have a look later. I think it would be nice if Nintendo announced the Switch Pro. I think, I'm not going to lie, it would be exciting. Especially if Nintendo dropped a trailer for the Switch Pro, a bit like what they did for the Switch Lite. Be exciting. To be a bit of hype. There'd be a bit of buzz going around. Have you heard about the Switch Pro? Have you heard about the Switch Pro? Have you heard about the Switch Pro? We create a bit of buzz and we create a bit of hype. And I'm not gonna lie, it would be nice to see a game like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on 4K in HDR. HDR is amazing. It really brings the lights to life. I think that would be great. I think having an OLED screen would be great. And maybe they could add in features like streaming. So I think it would be exciting if it got announced. And I'm not going to lie, I would buy it. I never once said I wouldn't buy it, just to make that perfectly clear. I never once said I wouldn't buy it. I've just said that I can't see it happening based off Nintendo saying that it wouldn't happen. And based off the fact that Bloomberg and other media have been reporting that it would be released in 2017 and it hasn't been released now, I just kind of felt like it wasn't going to happen. I felt like it's not going to happen. I feel like it's not going to happen, and I just feel like it doesn't need to happen. But at the same time, it would be exciting if it got announced, and I would enjoy it if I played it. So that's my positive take on the Switch Pro. Are you happy now? And with the Fortnite collaborations, it's funny. Okay, I've said it. It's funny. Just like Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, to see Steve from Minecraft fighting a piranha plant, or Wii Fit Trainer fighting Bayonetta, or whoever and whatever. It's funny. It's funny to see like Kratos, a guy that in God of War spends his time ripping off heads, to, you know, doing a flat, like, to go from big, angry, serious dad, you know, to like telling, you know, his son, boy, you better take this serious,
Switched faster than the Switch, elbow cup.
Way faster than the Switch. So to go from like, boy, you better take this serious, this is no time for joking, to go from that to doing a floss with a giant banana, it's funny. So I will admit, these collaborations are funny. So that's my positive take on the Fortnite and other collaborations for games. Switched faster than switched faster than the Switch, didn't I, man? See? And I'm being serious though. I mean serious. That's my, you know, cause I don't want to be like always like looking at things from a negative.
Undertaker Brawlhalla elbow cup.
Undertaker Brawl. Oh god, I forget that, man. It was like €8 or something. No, it was actually more, wasn't it? It was like really costly, wasn't it? I forget how much it was, but it was really, really costly. Because I was playing that with fucking Kirby with a knife / Bunger, and there it was going to the DLC
or something.
Because he was like, the Undertaker was in it. I think it was more or something. The Undertaker was in it. I was like, oh, nice. And then I realised it was fucking DLC, and it cost me a fortune. I haven't played it since. Oh god, man, talk about costly DLC. Jesus Christ, man. But but no, that's honestly like I'm just so much of a realist. I think I'm just so much of a realist. I'm so blunt about these things. Like when I hear Nintendo saying that they have no plans to release a new Switch model, I just take that as set in stone. Do you know what I mean? So like, and because people have been talking
about it.
You're getting
the standard edition of Village.
Oh man, Jesus, I'd probably get like a deluxe edition, but I don't know if I go all out and get like an extreme limited edition. I think it's nice for display, but I think when you break it down, like even the soundtrack is actually not a full soundtrack; it's actually a sample soundtrack. So I think I'll just go for a deluxe edition, to be honest with you, instead of like paying a fortune for a limited edition that I mightn't even like use that much, like, you know. But yeah, that is my positive take now on those two discussions. And it was nice as well to play a bit of Resident Evil 3 remake, escaping Nemi, making it back to the where am I again? Well, I'm on the way to the subway station, which I will resume later on. But yeah, Damon, I'm probably going to get the deluxe edition of Resident Evil Village. But I think going forward with my discussion videos, I will try to. Oh, I have one more discussion. I have one more.
Elbow cup.
Who the fuck called me a boomer?
Face with tears of joy.
Damon, I swear to God, man. You're going to get knocked at the door in about 20 minutes. And I'm gonna like do like a traveller call out. I tell you now, boy, you come out now, boy, and you fight me. You fight me fist to fist. I'm a joke. But so yeah, I'm gonna look at things. I'm gonna look at things in a less boomer kind of a way, really, basically. So I have one more positive view and opinion on something I discussed the other night, and it's about the Resident Evil reboot movie. Maybe I was a bit harsh on the director. I haven't seen the movie. That is true. I have not seen the movie, and I based my views and opinions on one piece of information. I don't know how he's going to fit the first two games, the Mansion incident and the Raccoon City incident, and all the characters into one night and one movie. I don't know how he's going to do that. It hasn't happened yet. So, I mean, it could end up being very good. Regardless of whether it's set in one night or not, it could actually prove to be a very, very good movie. So I mean, it would be nice to see the mansion in a bit more detail. I remember
3 HRS Elbow Cup.
I would love if it was 3 hours, but I'm very doubtful that a movie like that would be 3 hours. Really, really doubtful. Usually these type of kind of like live action movies, especially movies that are based off video games, they don't tend to be very long, man. Definitely not 3 hours anyway. I'd say at the longest it would be 2 hours. At the longest. But as far as 3 hours is concerned, man, I can't see it being 3 hours, but I would love if it was 3 hours. I'd love if they could really like flesh out
Does
these.
MK have a runtime?
None of them actually have a runtime yet. None of them. But I would guess that both of those movies would have a runtime of 90 minutes. They usually do. It's only kind of, I suppose, it's only movies like, I don't know, man, they really like, really blockbuster movies like Lord of the Rings kind of movies like that would kind of go on for like 3 hours. Like, but usually these kind of movies like Mortal Kombat and Resident Evil would just end up being short enough movies. But I will say I'm excited to see the mansion in more detail compared to the first Resident Evil movie. You saw glimpses of the mansion. Like they did technically include the mansion, but not a whole lot. And even the Raccoon City Police Department, I mean, they showed a little bit of it in the movie again, but not full on. So it would be nice to see, like, key
They mentioned
locations.
that the violence is pushed to the very limit in MK movie.
Oh, they're going all out, man. It's already got an mature, like it's got a mature rating. It's man, it's gonna go all out. The Mortal Kombat movie is gonna go all out with gore and violence. It's going to be Mortal Kombat in every way, and I cannot wait for that, man. So I have no issues with Mortal Kombat. Originally, I was a bit taken back by the fact that Shang Tsung had suddenly become the Emperor of Outworld. Like, I missed that memo, you know. Shang Tsung becomes Emperor of Outworld. Okay, when did that happen? You know, but I'm okay with that now. Maybe he deserves to be the Outworld Emperor. Shang Tsung. He's always been in the fucking shadow of. Do you know what he reminds me of? Do you know what he actually reminds me of? Do you know Shang Tsung reminds me of like the little brother of Shao Kahn? You know, Shang Tsung has always been in the shadow of Shao Kahn. Like, you know, there's one thing wrong, and Shao Kahn is like, "You useless bastard," and just like slaps him across the room, like, you know, like poor Shang Tsung, like, you know, he's doing his best for God's sake, you know. And he gets treated like shit by Shao Kahn every fucking step of the way. Always living in his shadow. So, you know what? Fair fuck to Shang Tsung. Take your throne as Emperor of Outworld. Good on you. So, that's my positive way of looking at Shang Tsung being Emperor of Outworld. But overall, I'm really hyped for that movie. Resident Evil reboot, it's hard to be positive about it because I still feel very cautious about the fact that they're basically cramming 2 games into one movie, as well as all of those characters. I mean, they're key characters like Chris, Jill, Leon, Claire, and then enemies like bosses like villains like Wesker, Birkin, Irons, and then the remaining STARS members. Putting all of those characters into one movie, I'm just concerned, but to be positive and to be optimistic about it, I would say that I'm excited to see maybe a more of a video game adaptation, you know, as opposed to, you know, creating like a new world, which I enjoyed with Parkinson's movies. But it would be nice to see a more grounded experience, you know, if that makes sense. Like, you know, more fitted directly to the games, but yeah, I can't really add any more positivity to the Mortal Kombat, or say to the Resident Evil reboot. But that is nonetheless what I would say about that. I love a trailer.
Billie Eilish going to make the Resident Evil movie theme Elbow Cup.
Is that a real thing? No. But no, Billie Eilish. I think you mean Billie Eilish, Chad. Isn't that right there, man? Billie Eilish. I'm not going to lie, lads. I've actually listened to her. I didn't know who she was until I heard of her first. But I actually listened to one or two of her songs, and I'll admit, like, I think some of her songs are actually good. I listen to anyone. I mean, person that I go onto YouTube and listen to them, and chances are I'll actually like them. But is that actually a real thing? Billie Eilish doing the Resident Evil movie theme? Oh man, if they had any sense at all, and it wouldn't be too hard to get the copyright to this piece of music because the composer is well dead by now, and I think the
Johnny a Billy fan, good vids.
kind of. I'm not a fan, but kind of. I think what's the word I'm looking for? I think enough time has passed basically for somebody to use this piece of music. But the piece of music I'm talking about is Moonlight Sonata from Beethoven, which was used in the original Resident Evil when you do the piano puzzles, like when you play the piano and the hidden door opens. If they had any sense.
But not a fan of Among Us and Fortnite zipper mouth face.
No. I used to be a fan of Fortnite and Among Us. What the fuck is Among Us? How the fuck can I be a fan of something I don't even fucking know what it is? What are you talking? But man, I'd actually prefer to be a fan of Billie Eilish than to be a fan of Fortnite, to be honest with you. I think that's safe to say, to be honest. I think it's safe to say that. No, her music is actually good, like, I have to say, like, you know, I mean, I think I went around in life, the early years of my life, I went around bashing bands and musicians, and a lot of the time I never actually listened to their music. I just had this blind hatred for them. For instance, like even Westlife. I went around at a very young age bashing Westlife. Oh, Westlife, that's just a boy band for girls to listen to. Why would I want to be listening to them? And then in more recent years, I actually started to listen to the music, and I was like, it's actually a good song. And you can like connect to the song and connect to the lyrics, you know what I mean? So, but obviously I will have some exceptions. Like Jedward, I just couldn't bring myself to listen to Jedward. You know? But as far as like Billie Eilish is concerned, I actually listened to a few of her songs and I think they're good pieces of music. But
Johnny Bieber, elbow cup.
Dear God. Blasphemy of the highest order. No, I'm not gonna lie. And I think I actually admitted this actually on one of my live streams. But I actually listened to some of his music as well. It wouldn't be he wouldn't be the kind of musician that I would listen to like a lot. But there was like maybe one or two songs that I listened to and it was like they're not too bad, you know, that kind of way. But far from a fan, to be honest with you. No, but let's get back to Resident Evil reboot. I would love to see the trailer just start off with that piece of music.
Taylor Swift too.
I don't think I've ever listened to her music. I think I was actually asked that question actually in one of my other previous live streams. No, I never actually listened to any of her music. But
Johnny is part of the Body Gang, elbow cup.
I am. It's all coming out now. But I think that the Resident Evil reboot trailer should start off, and the first thing you hear is the Moonlight Sonata, and then it just kind of shows like kind of what it should show is glimpses of the mansion with no zombies, right? No zombies, no Chris, no Leon. I know it's a strange way to start off a trailer, but just show shots of the mansion.
Johnny, stick on Spotify there and play WAP.
Too late now for that shit. But
turn it up to 100.
Imagine. Tomorrow night I'll do that.
Open the windows.
Imagine.
Yes.
Oh my fucking God, man. I'll be evicted. But no, but they should really joking aside, they should open up the trailer for the Resident Evil reboot by showing shots of the mansion and key locations of the mansion that players of the game will instantly recognize, like the dining hall, the balcony, even puzzle rooms. I don't know how they're going to incorporate puzzles into the movie, but just key locations from the mansion, and kind of very kind of quick successive shots, and then have the music of Moonlight and I'll play in the background. That would send like a real kind of like tone, I think. And I know I say that it takes more than a nostalgia trip to make a good movie, and I stand by that. But look, I'm still gonna watch that movie, and you all know I'm gonna watch that movie because you all know how much of a Resident Evil fan I actually am. So regardless of what they do with it, I will still 100% support it. But I think people online though need to chill with their hatred for Paul Anderson. I actually went off on one on Facebook. Maybe I'll end the live stream by kind of telling you. Okay, so I went off on one last night. I really went off on one last night. I came across a post on a Facebook page called Resident Evil Fans, and they put up a post from WeGotDiscovered.com of new Resident Evil movie promo photo teases a return to Raccoon City. For whatever reason, they decided to use an image of Milla Jovovich as Alice as the thumbnail. Okay, so where's my comment? Well, first of all, the comment that I left was this. So this is a quote from the director. It happens over one night in Raccoon City. And then I said, I already hate this movie. How the hell can they tell the story of the mansion incident and Raccoon City incident in one night, in one 90-minute movie, not to mention the stories of Christian, Leon, Claire, Wesker, Birkin, Irons, and more. This movie is nothing more than a glorified highlight reel of cutscenes from the first two games, and a nostalgia trip, nothing more. And then I saw this comment that said, Milla is a joke of an actor. And I'm like, no, she's not a joke of an actor, because if she was a joke of an actor, she wouldn't have starred in 6 successive Resident Evil movies. She wouldn't have starred in, I forget the name, but it was like a sci-fi movie. She starred in a remake of the Three Musketeers. She starred in another few movies. She starred in a very serious movie, actually, about...
You've heard of Johnny Sins.
I am Johnny Sins. And she's
There's Johnny Simps.
Johnny Simps. I'm not gonna lie. I am not gonna lie. From the age of like 13, 14, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I really do have a thing for Milla Jovovich. Not gonna deny that at all, to be honest with you. I'll admit that. But like, I saw that comment and I just saw a typical sheep hating on Milla Jovovich because the internet hates on Milla Jovovich. And I just had to go off on this guy. And then I saw this comment from this guy replied to that comment saying her husband is a shit director as well. And I'm like, really? Paul Anderson directed Mortal Kombat, the original Mortal Kombat movie, not Annihilation, not the sequel. Paul Anderson had nothing to do with Annihilation and the sequel. He directed the first Mortal Kombat movie, which is considered, even to this day, as one of the best video game adaptations of all time. And he directed 6 Resident Evil movies. And I'm just going to read the comment that I left because it explains better. So this guy says Paul Anderson is a shit director. So I responded with, grow the fuck up, child. Paul and Milla made a fortune from the huge success of the Resident Evil movies. Your hate does not change a thing. He directed the original Mortal Kombat movie also, which is considered the greatest video game of all time. Do you hate Alice? Well, how do you feel about Ethan Winters? And that's the point I wanted to make. Ethan Winters is a brand new character. He was only introduced in the series in Resident Evil 7. He was never part of the Resident Evil series. That game also was based in Louisiana, a brand new setting, and. And it told a brand new story with a brand new infection and brand new villains. Yeah, everyone loved Resident Evil 7, so why the fuck do they hate the movies? Because they tell a new story, a new setting, with a new character. Hypocrisy about this. So he responded back then, why are you so mad? It's a free country, I can say whatever I want. More Resident Evil fans hate her and her husband. Good luck dissing all of them. That's why the American films are being rebooted, and you have the audacity to mention the Mortal Kombat film. It was so shitty, that's why it's being rebooted as well. Even though it's considered one of the greatest video game movies of all time. What an idiot. Have you seen the new Mortal Kombat film? No, that's accurate to the games. Typical boomer, basically. So, or zoomer. He says, again, I said, again, grow up, child. And he said, look who has a Goomba as a pick. So I said, look who fucking looks like a Goomba. And he says, is that the best you can do? And then he says, then he thought I wasn't going to reply, so he was like, couldn't come up with a better reply, so you have to repeat telling me to grow up. He says, by the way, Ethan Winters, now listen to this. He hates Alice, yeah, from the Resident Evil movies, because Alice is the original character, yeah? But he says this, Ethan Winters is great, I can't wait for Village.
Hello, damn you got done, my guy, face with tears of joy, face with tears of joy, face with tears of joy.
Man, how did I get done? He got done. He's the one who got done, man, and it gets better. It gets better from here, because he's hating on Alice, because he's an original character. But he loves Ethan Winters, who is an original character, and he can't wait for Village, which is going to be based in a new setting. It's going to have witches and werewolves, and, well, what look to be witches and werewolves anyway, but nonetheless, completely different to the enemies you would see in the typical Resident Evil games. So he says, what's the matter? No more comebacks. All you can do is a haha react, lol. So then I went off and went on him. I said, no.
Pick, please tell me you got him, face with tears of joy, face with tears of joy.
But wait, no. Yeah, but if you saw him, he looks like one, man. I got him. I said to him, please tell me you got him. I did get him. I said you fucking look like a Goomba. That's what I said. Where's the Comic Con again now? He says, look who has a Goomba as a pick, yeah? I said, because I looked at his picture, and I said, look who fucking looks like a Goomba. So I got him on that one. And then you said, what's the matter? No more comebacks, all you can do is haha react. So I said, no, you are a little lamb. You follow. You do and say what others do. You think the same way others do. You have no originality. You just hate Paul and Mila because little spoiled brats online do. You do it because it's the cool thing to do.
Should have dropped the real comeback.
But this is the real comeback right here. I says, you don't even know why you hate them. Also, hate is a strong emotion. I'm sure you would be the first to fight against hate, yet here you are spreading hate for two people you don't even know. As I said, your hate towards Paul and Mila changes nothing. The Resident Evil movies were a huge success. That is why there were 6 of them. How many movies did you see? Paul told a new story set in new locations based around a new character while maintaining the core elements of Resident Evil. A survivor fighting the horrors of Umbrella and uncovering the truth behind them. That is Resident Evil.
Track RN, write it up.
This track. A mansion and police station are just props. How do you feel about Ethan Winters, Louisiana, Romania, Mold, The Witches?
I'll do the autotune.
The autotune.
Face with tears of joy.
And he even reacted with a surprised face as well. And then he says, I didn't know I can't have my own opinions. I never ever said I hated them. You said that. I simply said her husband is a shit director because I don't like how he... Now listen to this. Listen to this. I don't like how he changes the story. I also don't like Mila because her character isn't from the games. And I don't like her acting. You like them fine, and I already told you how I feel about Ethan Winters. So he basically contradicts himself into one fucking comment. So then he says, what a hypocrite little baby you are. You hate Alice because she is not from the games, that you love Ethan Winters. Explain that logic to me, please. Ethan Winters was brought into Resident Evil 7 as a new character who has no connections to the series. You hate Paul Anderson's Resident Evil movies because he changes the story, yet Resident Evil 4 and 7 changed the story of the series in so many ways. You have your opinion, but I also have mine, and they ain't going nowhere, pal. And then he says, listen to yourself, Ethan Winters is from a Resident Evil game, even though he was only introduced into the 7th entry into the fucking series. He said it is canon. Chris Redfield even appears at the end. Why does Chris Redfield appearing at the end have anything to do with the fact that Ethan Winters is the original character? So like Alice comes face to face with Jill Valentine and Claire Redfield. It's the same logic. And then he says the CGI films are also canon. Who's talking about the CGI films? But American films are not canon. I was minding my own business, agreeing with somebody that shares my opinions. You decided to reply to my comment. I already said it's fine that you like them.
I
but for
can't
some
stand
reason,
Ethan Winters.
Ethan Winters is he's all right. He's all right. You won't let me have any opinions. And then he says, no, you listen to me, kid. You are a hypocrite. Ethan Winters first appeared in Resident Evil 7. He was a new character that had no connections to the Resident Evil series. You have no issue with that, but you hate how Paul Anderson's Resident Evil movies brought in a new character.
The voice acting is brutal for a protagonist.
It is, to be fair. That is hypocrisy. Let me tell you how the internet works. People comment, people reply. Is that too much for you? He says, go ahead, it's a free country, I say what I want, you reply all you want. You go ahead and be childish with that insignificant comment that I made. I have no intention of changing your opinion. I don't know why you want to change mine. That's some real hypocrisy right there. So he says, also, you agree that Mila is a shit actor and Paul is a shit director. Mila is such a shit actor that she starred in many blockbuster movies. Explain that. How many movies did you star in? Also, Paul directed the first Mortal Kombat movie, not the sequel, Annihilation. The first Mortal Kombat movie is regarded as the greatest video game movie ever made. So again, explain your logic, child. And then he says, then he called me a child as well. So I said, you calling me childish is funny. And then he says, again, my opinions. Try as you might.
Always getting into these Facebook comments face with tears of joy.
Always, man. Never a dull moment on my newsfeed, man. Then I said, I don't know why you insist on doing so. You can tell me not to try and change yours, even though I never did. How about you explain your hypocrisy? I didn't spell hypocrisy right.
Was it a kid?
So he got, no. This guy is an adult, man. This guy, it wouldn't matter anyway. If he's a kid, he shouldn't be fucking playing Resident Evil. But, I don't think he's a kid. He doesn't look like that anyway. And then he says, you're forcing your opinion upon me is quite childish. That's why you're still dragging on with this debate. And then I says, and my final comment I says to him, I says, the only thing that needs changing here is your diaper, baby. Thanks for the spelling tip. I'm not surprised you know how to spell it, seeing as you practice it so well. Now I have more productive things to do with my life than entertain a baby like you. Bye. And that was the last comment I left. So, yeah, man, I always get myself involved in these things. But, like, it's just when I saw that comment saying, like, Mila is a shit actor. She's not a shit actor. Like, whether you hate Mila or not, like, she's not a shit actor. I mean, I can hate on Fortnite until the cows come home, but I can't deny how successful that game is. And nobody can deny how successful, Paul Anderson's Resident Evil movie series actually was. They were blockbuster hits, and that is the reason why there were 6 movies in the series. And Mila Jovovich is a great actor, otherwise she wouldn't be cast in these movies. And it's not just Paul Anderson's movies, she's been cast in other movies as well. So, like, just seeing that, like, just kind of just encourages me to slap a bit of intelligence into these idiots, and then, like, yeah. So I just touch upon the hypocrisy, like, in his comments. Like, he hates Paul Anderson's Resident Evil movies because he told a new story. Yet he's hyped for Resident Evil Village, which takes place in fucking Romania. And the story is about what is believed to be a bunch of witches and werewolves. And featuring a character that was never in the fucking series before. Now, how hypocritical is that? How can you be hyped for the video, like the video game?
Her biggest role was in The Fifth Element with Bruce Willis.
I think so, yeah. how can you be hyped for, like the video game is what the movies are based on, yeah? So how can you be hyped for a video game that has the biggest departure from the video game series ever by going to Romania and featuring paranormal activity, with witches and werewolves, featuring a character that was never in the series before? How can you be hyped for that and then go and bash, the movies which they're based off the game and say that it tells a new story and says, oh, I don't like Alice because Alice is a new character, but you love Ethan Winters, which is a brand new character. It's just hypocrisy at its finest. And he obviously doesn't seem to have a clue what he's talking about half the time, because he was saying that the first Resident Evil movie was absolutely shit, he said. Anyone who knows anything will know that the first Mortal Kombat movie was considered not only one of the greatest video game movies of all time, but I think overall just a really great movie in general. So there he is, like, hating on Paul Anderson and hating on Mila Jovovich and hating on the series. He's really doing it because everyone else does. I think this hate of Paul Anderson has gotten out of hand now. I think people need to kind of get over themselves and need to get over their hatred for somebody they don't even know, and for somebody that doesn't even have any impact on their life. It's just, yeah, I'd say get over yourselves and get over these people, because Paul Anderson is definitely going to get over your hatred for his movies, because he's absolutely loaded. He's a Hollywood director. He's just finished Monster Hunter. Paul Anderson doesn't care what people think of him or his movies. They've all been successful, in spite of what anyone said about Monster Hunter, and in spite of reviews, and in spite of the fucking snowflakes of the world.
Ask him what he thinks of the last GD Elbow Cup.
The Last Jedi. I'm not a Star Wars fan. Full stop. That's not to say that I haven't watched, bits and pieces of Star Wars. That's not to say that I didn't enjoy it. That's not to say that I wouldn't watch a Star Wars movie, but I'm just not a Star Wars fan. Is the only way that I would mention that. So yeah, I do get myself involved in these Facebook rants. Actually, the latest Facebook rant, and I swear to God, I'm going to have to end the live stream after this, but I came across a post on Cork Bio. By the way, Chad, Cork is my hometown, and Cork Bio is it's a media website, or a media Facebook page, at the very least. And it was a post. I haven't read the article. I don't really need to read the article. Basically, the Irish government have a growing concern over people meeting for coffee or lunch. Now, people meeting for coffee and lunch is usually, on average, the most would be 4 people. That would be on average, 4 people would meet together to go for coffee or lunch. On average. Okay? Talking about 4 people going out for coffee and lunch. And I've seen that, and I'm like, really? Chad, and I know, Damon, you're aware of this as well. Like 2 weeks ago in Cork City, 100 feminists gathered on the street to protest, to reclaim their streets, to fight against violence against women. They have every right to feel safe. They have every right to protest against violence, 100%. But they could have easily have done that.
Were they naked?
Online. No, they were not. I would have been there myself if that was the case. Joke. They weren't. So yeah, they gathered. I like to point out that large gatherings, definitely up to 100 people, are completely against current COVID restrictions here in Ireland. So just keep that in mind. So when I saw that article, I was like, really? So I left a comment and I said, and the 100 feminists on the streets the other day, one person responded and they said, you mean people tired of being second-class citizens and walking punching bags? So I commented, and she has yet to comment, and everyone else has yet to comment as well. I says, gathering in large numbers is against current COVID-19 restrictions. There can be no exceptions to the restrictions. Those far-left feminists are no different to the far-right because they both broke restrictions. COVID-19 could care less if you are far-left or far-right, and it will not pardon you based off what you are fighting for. We are fighting COVID-19. These feminists had every right to protest to keep themselves safe, but they could have kept nurses and doctors and the rest of us safe by doing an online protest. What I'll have to do is call out both sides. What I'll have to do is play off each other. And what I'll have to do is call out people's hypocrisy when I see them, because I can tell you for a fact this lady will be the first lady to express her disagreement and disgust for the anti-lockdown protests that took place in the same city a couple of weeks beforehand, and speak about how these people are putting the doctors and nurses' lives at risk. How dare they? It's so wrong. How dare you put my family's life at risk? But then again, they have no problem, and feminists are actually doing it. I don't think so. I don't think there was any. So it's complete hypocrisy that they would kind of. Yeah, so I like doing that. I like using people's logic against them and reverse psychology and all that. It's really interesting. You know, if I was ever going to do a course, if I was ever going to go to college, you know, and do a course and study, I would definitely do like psychology, human behavior, that kind of stuff, because it fascinates me, you know, how hypocritical people are. It fascinates me. I just love it. I just love calling people out on their hypocrisy. And that was just one of those incidents. So yeah, this lady will be the first person to point out the wrongdoing of you know, somebody protesting, we say, against lockdown, and say, oh, you're putting people's life in danger. So I deliberately mentioned those nurses and doctors, because if she disagrees, is she saying that she doesn't care about the safety of doctors and nurses? So I do it in a very clever way. You know, it's getting better at doing it, to be honest with you. So I kind of like I like it. I like it. I just say that the Final Fantasy creator says that his latest project could be his last. So it could be his final fantasy. Oh, I know. And that'd be funny. Okay. So that is the end of the live stream. The end of my Resident Evil 3 gameplay and my extensive discussion on the Switch Pro, and I even discussed the Fortnite collaboration as well. So it was a good live stream.
They should be defending Paul Anderson's wife instead. Elbow cup.
Yeah, they should go onto the streets and defend Millie Jovovich being attacked by trolls online. Lads, that's going to do it for the live stream. Thank you so much for watching, as always. Really appreciate the support. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time on Green Hill Gaming. So it's a good night from Green Hill Gaming. Don't let the T-virus infect you at night. And good vibes to you as well. Take it handy.